Much appreciate y'all, American people. We're about to get into a real serious discussion this evening. Before we do, first and foremost, appreciate your time and your presence. Appreciate your attention. Appreciate you all. We're going to have some guests joining us this evening. Before we get started, how I do, I'm going to run these intros, and we're going to jump right into this work. Serious discussion, as you see. Origins of invasive species, genetic exploitation, and colonization. That's what we're going to be discussing this evening. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Appreciate your presence. You already know. Let's go.
How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way.
A4 everything. All rights reserved. Aboriginal American nations preserved. For the record and for clarity, if any is necessary, for the confused, incompetent, or ignorant. Tomahawk Tony, I'm a full-blood American, American Indian, Aboriginal American, a descendant of the 1,000 plus American nations being indigenous in its true and original meaning, as an autochthon, being autochthonous from the soil of this great and supreme American continent. I have absolutely no regard for foreign invasive species consideration, acknowledgement, representation, nor and for anything in the form of subjugation, enslavement, degradation, reduction, vassalage by any artificial or natural entity. My word, my name, my being and relativity, honor and will of the Great Spirit be done. Let it be known, my public presence is for the benefit of my American nation's peoples, descendants, and our collective American nation's preservation of legacy. I am anti-colonization, anti-genocide, anti-ecocide, anti-colorblind, anti-foreign media, anti-eugenics, anti-everything foreign. I am for and pro my American species and pro my American race. Much appreciation to our American peoples.
Abanki Palami, Igbi, Atak, Intikba, Atak Shanspo, Maliki Okla, Okcha, Abahanta, Chatayakni, Anli, Yupali, Ishkifa Nishkin, Oglush Enla, Abenili, Chata Atak, Ishkafushi. Almighty Creator, ancestors, our American people, awake. This is divine, sacred Chata land. Be faithful, be exalted. Foreign nations, colonists. You are in the eye of the Tomahawk.
Tomahawk! How we gonna do it?
I'm American. You can't tell my story. We got invaded. Fake black leaders that breed not the same.
Heritage hustlers, still hustling, monetize lies. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Devils being cloned, advanced disguise, selling myths and theories as history. Colorblind fanatics, character assassins, took the money laughing. No solutions, no actions. Stole our resources and sold our people. Pirates, profit plantation, corporate enslavement, corrupt conditions, Dred Scott decisions, criminalized innocents, kidnapped our women and children, sent them back and forth on their ships. Passed legislation falsely claiming Americans as Africans. Power to the people, don't let them foreigners deceive you. Equity over equality on our land, we have no equals.
When I say me, it's about we in service and
Tomahawk! How we gonna do it? The hard way! How we gonna do it? The hard way! How we gonna do it?
Chiamanano da vento, io te Mana boy, je sais la gloire Blue Dream Lorsqu'à 10 tours, à ce qu'il y a, yeah, Blue Dream 다연승 내눈처럼 가난한 스키 아인 오피스타트 underpants 오늘 나는 기와 난 디셀 스키니 ahoy 응급진 많아요 또또 고또또 호흡은 윈후기 때까지 나스카르 1 플러스 2배 고고 빌리 고경 구디 대고 MC 개길 아파 말은 모모 나 따스카 발리 많아 서뚝남 다요에 아해야 떠야 담아 포샤리 아구루치 시합나 알릭나 아무다 아링은 안아쿠 악사 이에 덜 느낀 힐톱 이시톱 난업 내가 푸업 내 리빅 노트이톱 부키 내가 찾나 댓글 템톱 털나산 아드리분 앙아코 길들이 시선 보다시오 아득한 바다 조지 다운 에티노 하가 다감 분노 도약 학회 대가 학회 비유 히노 오야타 소선도와 파인 핵겐된 믹다 콘누만 그스갑 납수미스타 발닥 아초마윅 시티 나고 착객게 나 폭시디야 마리투 니자보 무스타 고치에서
How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way.
오리 누구 못도 고기 나와 심이 아마 보여 시비 학교 여자 야위 가라지 고향 메디 야사라스다 시야사 어머나티 에비카타나나리안 니나나 사사비야 우리 내 베비 과소아비야 달린 미라디나 사사비야 나나 동리가티 나나 나비야 다시 나비야 인디디디야 야나 고고 묻어고
How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way. How we gonna do it? The hard way.
Yeah, so finish the intro and everybody get into this good work this evening. We joined by Empress Agila. Yeah, Brandon Rogers, I see you. Appreciate your presence. We got some others going to be joining us shortly. Empress Agila, how you doing?
Wholeness in my Calican. I'm doing the best I can. How are you, Tomahawk Tony?
I'm all right. Appreciate your presence.
Thank you for having me being here.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, so I was in a conversation with Chief Pomada of the evening, and discussing, environmental justice, invasive species and etc. Right? And this is following a series of discussions with people in recent weeks, pretty much the past week, because a situation over there on Sinetta channel, the people sent me the video, and then I heard that dude on there talk about, yeah, if you won't have one of these CDIB cards, you're not a real Indian or some monkey shit like that. You know what I mean? And long story short, dude admitted to being a subspecies. And I addressed that fact, called it for what it is. You know what I mean? And so where I'm at with it is I just wanted to take this time this evening to provide context to my statement, to my response to the dude and his ignorance, and anyone else that supports that type of ignorance, delusion, and foolishness. You know what I mean? These foreigners have no problem disrespecting our American people. They got no problem doing that. And when we put this in proper perspective, right, where these are literal foreign species, that's what they are. They are a species that is not of our own. They're not our people. They have no problem engaging in identity theft. When you listen to them speak, you can recognize that you don't relate to them. By no means. It don't matter if you go to McDonald's and they go to McDonald's. It don't matter if they like Chick-fil-A and you like Chick-fil-A. It don't matter. That's irrelevant. We're talking about actual heritage. We're talking about actual life purpose. You know what I mean? And we got these people, they be saying all these things about heritage and maintaining traditions. Okay, so Chief, hey Poma, I don't see you at all.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, so I just put it in the chat.
Yeah,
You
that's all
on the
good.
roll?
No, that's all good. No, I don't see her though. I don't see her back there though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't see her back there.
Respectfully suggesting I give it like maybe like 1 or 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Ain't no rush. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We going. I got like 100,000 tabs open right now. We about to rock the screen share, all of that. We about to
Same
get.
here. I had to close out a whole bunch of tabs just to get into the StreamYard. So
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I had to get a new computer to handle the memory. This joint right here hitting on 16 gigs of RAM right here, and I need more than that for this other work that I'm doing. But it's all good. But
It will come to that. It will come to progress. Positive progress.
Absolutely. And so, when we have these peoples talking about maintaining heritage and tradition and culture and values and da 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 da, I mean, we see how the Irish do, right? I'm gonna use the Irish as an example, right? So the Irish, as far as I know, only thing as far as heritage and culture, besides being pale skins, and having whatever Irish name they have, you know what I mean? They celebrate St. Patrick's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
While being U.S. citizens, while eating everything from this North American soil, you know what I'm saying? Most of them don't take no trips back to Ireland, all right? Long story short, they abandoned their countries of origin. However, you know what I'm saying? They're still Irish. They don't have these problems that we have where somebody's trying to steal the Irish identity. Similar to the Italians and the Spanish. I'm talking about the bloodline Spanish. I ain't talking about, these people that claim the Mexican or Mexica identity and all of them. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the Peninsulares, the people that's from the actual Spanish Peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
None of these foreigners come from wherever they come from have the problem. The Asians don't have it. An African come over here and they could be a third generation African, right? You know what I'm saying? At the age of goddamn 20 years old right now, right? And they could just simply say, oh, I'm African, and nobody's going to have a problem with them. But let one of our American Indian people be like, yo, I'm American. Yo, I'm American Indian. I'm Indian. I'm Aboriginal. Oh, I'm indigenous. Da, 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 da. I'm from this nation. I'm from this tribe. Da, 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 da. And they're like, oh, you need to prove that. You need to take a DNA test. And it's like, yo, what? Like, hold on. What about them over there? Like, I'm on my land, and you're going to tell me, you're going to dictate to me what I got to do to prove what I am? I mean, this is the madness. Yeah. I'm listening.
Have a violation of our rights.
That's right.
Happens every day.
All day, every
Unfortunately.
Day. With the addition of everything going on social media and all of that, right? We got people running their mouth talk about some abo and this, that, and the other, and they don't even know where abo come from. You know what I'm saying? That's an offensive terminology applied to those people over there in Australia, the indigenous Aboriginal peoples of Australia.
Chief,
meanwhile,
Chief East Poma is in the room.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I yield.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. And so we got this situation where, these people so foolish, they don't even know that Aboriginal title was established for our American nation's people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent time over the years to study, to ask questions and get the correct answers to those questions. And that's why I utilize YouTube and whatever else so that I can share my findings to my American people. And it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not going to be long-winded because, we got some good information to get into. Once again, the title of this is Origins of Invasive Species, Genetic Exploitation and Colonization. Chief Poma, how you doing? You're on mute if you can unmute yourself when you're ready to, speak and all of that.
Okay, everybody. Halito, CEO. This is Chief Pomai. Chuck He just referred to me as Chief Pomai. Much gratitude to be here add on to this discussion, this topic of great importance, as the world continues to attempt to erase our identity, to stop our future generations from experiencing ownership of our land and our resources. And we're here to stop all of that. When Tony and I were talking about the invasive species, and he brought the subject matter to my attention, he's going to go further into specifically when it comes to genetic material or genetic material. I mentioned to him specifically about invasive insect species. I do a lot of work in environmental justice. I do a lot of work around food justice, just in general, of re-educating our people on the importance of our connection to the land. We're the owners, stewards, and it's important that our cosmovision is the only vision that is the vision for our land moving forward. While everybody's talking about what they're going to do to deal with climate change and all these other things, I said I noticed working in agriculture and permaculture, which is what I prefer to call it. What we do, permaculture and chinampa and those kinds of things, bio char and bioengineering, agricultural methodologies that are more organic in nature and work with the ecosystem. I'm seeing all these invasive species. I was just mentioning that the insects in particular, and then also, we'll be remiss if we don't also mention the invasive plants and trees that are on our land, smothering out our natural habitat. And so when I made the connection with these invasive beings, Tony we're just recently, just a few moments ago, mentioning, their invasive insects came along with them. And so if we look at the insect world here in the Americas and what these invasive species do, it parallels with the people that these invasive species come from the same land, right? It parallels that they become a plague to our plants. They create bacteria on our plants and viruses on our plants. And then they also they eat up our plants, which hinders the ability for us to, have fresh harvests throughout the seasons, right? And so we're constantly having to deal with finding ways to remediate the damage that these insects do to our plant life. And we're also always looking for ways to get rid of them, to kill them off, right? And so a lot of times when they come here, they have no natural predators. So a lot of these species, because they're not indigenous to the Americas, don't have natural predators. So that's a problem. And so I look at what Tony's going to further discuss in this live, looking at these very entities, these beings that are from another land or from another place in space and time, that they are invading our lands, and they think that they have no natural predators because they've done a number on the minds of our people to think that they are somehow equal to those foreigners, meaning that they are also foreign themselves. And that's not the case. So it's important we have these kinds of lives to make these connections, right? Because I know that there are a lot of people who like to grow food now. That's becoming a trend, right? It was never a trend for us. It's our lifestyle, but it's becoming a trend for a lot of people. So when we talk to the people in our communities about invasive species, that's a parallel conversation with where did these species come from? Oh, Africa? Oh, Ghana, Nigeria? Oh, China, Japan? Oh, Europe, France, Italy, Germany? Yeah. So if these invasive species are here causing havoc, I can make a correlation between the people that also come from that same land and those species that they brought over here with them. So I just wanted to add that, and I hope it makes some connection with some of the things that Tony's going to say in the rest of this live. I yield.
Oh yeah, Ma, you appreciate it. And so to your point, let's just jump right into it, right? So I have this text up here. Let me go ahead and drop the link in the chat so you all can, feel free to grab it at your convenience, get into it for yourselves. So some of y'all might be familiar with this book here. I shared it previously. So this is titled, let me just make sure I got the title correct. This is titled The American Nations, or Outlines of Their General History, Ancient and Modern. This is by Konstantin Samuel Rafinsky, right? Dated publication date 1836, all right? So let me just go ahead and do a full screen so y'all can see what's going on here, right? So I'm just going to jump straight down to this
portion here. Where is it? Right here. Oh, there we go, right here. So let me just try to get up a little bit. Hold on. This thing got a little crazy. Hold on. There we go, right here. Let me zoom in so we can have as much of this on the screen as we can, right? So it says blatantly, right? It says blatantly, in proceeding from the known to the unknown, we ascertain that a multitude of nations have come to America since 1492 as colonists or visitors. The principal word, one, Spanish, who have colonized or conquered from New Mexico to Chile and from Florida to Buenos Aires, right? Or Aires, right? But they came not alone and have brought along with them as auxiliaries, one, Italians, two, Flemish, three, Biscayans, four, Canarians, etc., while as slaves, Moors of Mauritania, and six, many African Negro nations, okay? Then it goes into two, Portuguese, who have colonized the whole of Brazil and brought there besides many Negro nations, some Moors, Gypsies, Chinese, etc. Continuing, three, English, who have colonized the whole eastern side of North America, Jamaica, and other islands of Antilles, with parts of Yucatan, Honduras, Guyana, etc. But they have brought with them the Welsh, Scotch, Irish, Germans, Jews, and many African nations. Continuing, four, French. They colonized Canada, Louisiana, Haiti, several Carib islands, Cayenne and Guyana, etc. And although conquered in North America and Haiti, their language remains. They brought along the Provençals, the Bretons, the Basque, speaking distinct languages with several African nations, okay? Five, Scandinavians, who partly settled in North America since the 10th century, that laterly colonized again Greenland, with Delaware and some Carib islands. They include the Norwegians, Danes, and Swedes. Continuing. Six, Dutch Hollanders sent colonies to New York, Suriname, Curacao, etc., brought Gypsies, Germans, and Africans. Seven, Russians have invaded and partly settled the northwest shores and islands of North America, bringing their Cossacks, Kalmucks, and several other Tartarian subjects. Eight, besides these, several other nations have laterly visited America or settled therein, blending with the above. Key language in all of this. All the nations of Europe, even Hungarians, Polanders, Greeks, and Turks have been brought there. Pirates of all nations, even Algerians, have wandered to America. Almost all the nations of Africa have been led there in slavery. Asia has sent Jews, Hindus, Gypsies, and Zinganese, Chinese, and Tartars. Got somebody in the chat here. Yeah, Chief Poma, if you can, it's not allowing me to add you back. If you can, press. Yeah, here you go. Looks like you. Yeah, let me add you now. There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so in what we just read here, right? These once again are foreign nations. These are all nations foreign to the American continent and to our American nations. Okay. Once again, the American race, all right, from this American continent has well over 1,000 nations. Okay. Of course, throughout the recent centuries of colonization and what have you, many of us don't hear the names of all of our nations and all of that, right? But it doesn't negate from the fact that we have been invaded. And it says here, when you see the terminology of colonist or visitor, as you see on the screen here, right? Keep that in mind. Hold on, let me make sure the screen is on too. My apologies. Hold on. Oh, my bad. The screen's not even up. Man, I'm bugging. Hold up. There we go. My apologies, y'all. This is what I was reading from. Apologies. So basically, what I just read here is what you see on the screen right now, right? And you see the link in the chat. You can read this for yourselves anytime, right? Once again, these are invasive species here. Now, This may be an uncommon language for so many of our people, right? But let me show you the origins of this term, species and all of that, right? So first, I'm gonna show you subspecies, okay? So this is dictionary.cambridge.org, okay? I'm gonna drop this link in the chat as well. Feel free to take a look. So it says here, a particular type within a species, the members of which are different in some clear way from those of other types of the species, okay? Now, here's Britannica. Species. This is the taxonomy, all right? Let's scroll back up real quick. Let's go ahead to the top. Okay, so this is in the field of biology. Let me zoom in. It says species in biology, classification comprising related organisms that share common characteristics and are capable of interbreeding. So when you see this, I want you to think of various species of birds, right? You don't see hawks and crows interbreeding. You never see that before. Never. It's unnatural, right? You don't see frogs and snakes interbreeding. That's unnatural. They are distinct species, although they fit into the category of, let's say, an avian species, right? That's just the general classification, an avian species for birds. And then for frogs, those are amphibians, right? So I'm saying that to provide context. Once again, you don't see squirrels interbreeding with possums or raccoons. It's unnatural. Continuing. This biological species concept is widely used in biology and related fields of study. There are more than 20 other different species concepts, however. Some examples include the ecological species concept, which describes a species as a group of organisms framed by the resources they depend on. In other words, their ecological niche. So once again, the resources they depend on, right? I want y'all to keep that in mind there. The resources that a species depend on. So once again, right, our American nations have been invaded. The Spanish, who brought everybody, including Moors and many African Negro nations, right? Portuguese, the English, etc., right? Mm-hmm. And they have been extracting, have been taking away from our resources that we depend on, commercialized our natural resources, ultimately so that we can depend on them as a result. That is abuse. These are aspects of colonization. Yeah. And it says it right here. Spanish, who have colonized or conquered from New Mexico to Chile and from Florida to Buenos Aires, right? Mm-hmm. Who have colonized the whole of Brazil, so on and so forth. We're dealing with advanced colonization, how I term it. You don't hear this on TV. These black people don't use the terminology of colonization. The Native Americans don't even say colonization. They're cool being federally recognized, I guess. I guess because I'm not a CDIB card holder like that Pelskin said on Sonnetter a week ago, right? I guess he doesn't have those type problems that I got, right? He's cool. He got an ID card. I guess his life is great. But at the same time, once again, he's a subspecies. So I'm going to continue and show y'all what's going on with these subspecies. I'm going to drop all these links in the chat too, right? So here's an NIH document, right? It says general principles for identifying species and subspecies. Okay? Some of y'all might not like Charles Darwin, but Charles Darwin, in my opinion, he did a great job identifying all the species from his side of the world, his hemisphere. That's my opinion. Neanderthals and Australopithecus and Homo Habilis and everything that preceded the Homo Sapien. Because when you really get into this work, you'll see that the human is a Homo sapien, and a Homo sapien is a subspecies and a byproduct of all these predecessor species that were all ape-like. They just so happen, these apes, they just so happen to learn how to shave. And under that fur, You'll see different complexions of skin, right? They don't want to talk to you about none of that. Yeah, I got a lot of information up here. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. We got a good text right here. This is Science Daily right here. Check this one out. I'm gonna read you some of this. And Pomad, what you think about this that we're discussing right now? What you think about this? And Empress Ajalib, what you think about all of this, huh?
I look at the information you just shared. I'm familiar with that document, with that where that came from too, as well. What we're looking at today, which is a continuation of these same subspecies invading our lands. Just recently, under the so-called Biden administration, we're looking at 1 million plus people that are undocumented, don't know what their purposes are, and the majority of them were men between the ages of what they are saying on record, 21 to 35. That's military age.
That's right.
That's warfare age. Men.
Breeding age.
Breeding age. Exactly. Right? And so when we talk about that, we got to talk about the propaganda that's being pushed with regards to so-called Black men being expats and right and looking for women that are outside of the United States, and then leaving these women within the United States who identify as Black open for fair game, right? And the push for Black women to raise their bar or raise their level of expectation and not just dating so-called Black. Now, I know we don't identify that as that. I see the bigger problem with this, though. It's almost as if they're saying, hey, these women are for the taking. You know, they're up for grabs, right? Interbreed with them, mix in with them to tie yourself to the land. We know that these so-called Black women are really the Indians. We know they're the American Indians, the American mothers and daughters who forgot who they are. And, you know, we got our job to help raise the consciousness of people. At the same time, though, we got these male immigrants, these subspecies who are available men, so to speak. And I know this wasn't part of the subject. I bring it up because I seen a video of a sister in California, considers herself an educated, quote unquote, Black woman, stating how, you know, they have these like speed dating organizations or whatever, you know, platforms that they have in California. And so she's gone to quite a few of them. And she's like, you know, the speed dating is open for all women and all men. They don't make it just for so-called Black women and Black men. It's just like open. You're single, come to the speed dating. And she says all the men, so-called Black men, were sitting at tables with white women and Asian women. And the Black women were just like, there was nobody for them. And she's like, you know, thinking, wow, what's happening? You know, our Black men are going towards these white women. So what does that leave us? And she's like, I think I'm just going to leave California and go somewhere else. And, you know, there's other men that were wanting to sit at our tables, but we didn't want them. But it seems like maybe we should settle, or maybe we should accept, you know, the Chinese men, the Japanese men, the whoever from Iran, Iraq, or whoever these subspecies are that are being made available for our sisters as they continue to promote propaganda that there's all this, no, the Black men don't want the Black woman. The Black woman is just out here on her own. She might as well take whatever she can get kind of mentality. So yeah, subspecies, they have an ulterior motive as well when it comes to our women too, in particular. I yield.
Yeah, and to that point, right, I want to just remind people of the story of quote unquote Pocahontas, right? I say quote unquote because that's not the true name of that Powhatan daughter, right? Anyway, keep in mind she was kidnapped. She was a minor, if you will. She was approximately 12, 13 years of age when she was kidnapped, right? Taken to England, Britain, or what have you. Apparently died over there, but the pale skins, these foreigners, these foreign species, this invasive species, they returned with an alleged son that she allegedly gave birth to, right? And as a result, they was able to make a claim to the Powhatan nations' territories. I say this because keep something in mind here, right? For those that may be engaged in crossbreeding or, you know, interacting, mixing with foreign species and all of that, right? I just want to encourage y'all to consider a reality here, right? If you have done your genealogy and you have seen that your people are landowners, that means that you are a landowner. You just have to secure that land. However, that foreigner that you're dealing with, what land do they own? Where is the mutual exchange? All right. Foreigners come here to buy land. Meanwhile, our American people, if we go to their countries, you ain't buying no land, including in Africa. Those local native Africans, if you will, they will run you out of that territory. They will destroy your property. Why? Because you're not them. You are an invasive species to them.
Mm-hmm.
Some foreign nations have laws in place saying that, oh, if you're a foreigner, you can't own anything here. This is the truth. So on the screen, as you see here, ancient humans were mixing it up. Anatomically, modern humans interbred with more archaic hominin forms while in Africa. Okay. This is from the University of Arizona. Published date 2011, right? Anatomically, modern humans interbred with more archaic hominin forms even before they migrated out of Africa. See, we're about to get into some old language in a moment, right? And within this document, you'll see this old language, these terms that proceed, that came before the terminology of human. Like for myself, I don't accept that term human. I'm going to show you why in a moment, right? But check it. Even before they migrated out of Africa, a team of researchers have found the discovery suggests genetic exchange with their more morphologically diverged neighbors was more widespread than previously thought, and all humans today may carry genes from now extinct Homo species. How did they become extinct, though? Because they was crossbred. They was bred out. Now, to that point, you know, some of y'all might be familiar with the terminology blancamiento or blanqueamiento, right? They have it in English, French, as well as Spanish, Portuguese, etc. The European nations, they have this, right? And so what blancamiento means is the system for bleaching a population, okay? So, to your point, Chief Pomar, when you just referenced the speed dating situation, let's say whether this quote-unquote black man gets with this foreign pale-skinned female, right? And let's say they was the mix, right? Well, that black about to crack. That baby is going to be a subspecies. It's being literally bred out, okay? It's no longer carrying the natural genetic makeup from its predecessors. That's gone now. It's being reduced. Okay. Same thing with that quote unquote black female or black woman, if you will. If she at speed dating was decide to mix and mingle with whatever foreign male, all right, their offspring is literally a subspecies. No longer of the original.
Mm-hmm.
That mother's genetic makeup has now been reduced.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, for whose benefit? Is it for the mother's benefit or the foreigner's benefit? Same thing with the quote-unquote black man. Is it for his people's benefit or is it for the foreigner's benefit? We can observe the Tiger Woods of the world, right? Who did he benefit? And whoever else of that complexion, who did they benefit? What nation? I mean, shit. He's quote unquote black and Korean, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who benefits from a black and Korean, quote unquote?
The Koreans do.
Yeah, because the Koreans, they coming over here. They have no regard for our American people, quote unquote black people. Even in Korea, they have no regard for black people.
Nope.
But all because This character has been popularized, and that mixing is being promoted to be normalized. All right. Meanwhile, their offspring is going to be subject to all types of abuses and traumas. Maybe accepted by the Korean family back in Korea, maybe not. But continuing, this is where it gets funky at, right? Check this out. Homo sapiens originated in Africa and originally spread throughout the world. Let's keep something in mind here. Okay, those species that they say originated in Africa, they spread throughout that world. Their world being Euro-Afro-Asia. Okay, I got a map to show you. Let me show you a map. Where's this map at? Hold up. I got it over here somewhere. I got too many joints up. Hold up. Yo, where'd the map go? What in the world? Hold up. Oh, yes, right. That's right. Downloaded them and I closed it. Apologies. 1 second.
It's a lot of Homo species.
Oh, yes, it is. It's a whole list of them.
Yeah.
This thing gets funky. Whole list of Homo species. Hold on. Here we go. Species. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Let me show you this map right here. Here we go. So you can see right here on the screen, right? So it's showing in the red multiple waves dispersal model, right? So these are the waves of Africans leaving. Once again, this is not showing the American continent. This is absolutely the Euro-Afro-Asians, okay? So we're talking about for many centuries, many thousands of years, all of these foreign nations have been mixing and interbreeding with themselves. Various forms. You see Neanderthal on here and some other names, right? But let's get back to this other list though, right? Let's take a look at what's going on here. It says, so for example, Homo erectus, the upright walking man. That's what erectus means. Upright walking man, as they describe it, right? Homo habilis is the tool using man. Or Homo neanderthalis or Neanderthalensis, the first artist of cave painting. Okay? So this is an evolution. The Homo erectus was walking upright. It wasn't on all fours. But for some reason to this day, we do have footage of Africans that are on all fours. You also have pale skins, like recent years, video footage of them also being on all fours. You have Asians on all fours.
Yep.
It's within their genetic makeup. They are a different species, and they're all related. So regardless of them walking upright or using tools or painting, they're still a strange species to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. They're foreign. Now, continuing, direct studies of ancient DNA from Neanderthal bones suggest interbreeding did occur after anatomically modern humans had migrated from their evolutionary cradle in Africa in the cooler climates of Eurasia. But what happened in Africa remained a mystery until now. See, this is all about them. This has nothing to do with America.
Not at all.
This has nothing to do with our people. We was unknown to them during this period when they was doing that Homo habilis, Homo erectus. Man, we been painting, we been walking upright. We always been, a natural being. Our DNA by default is different. However, they want to deceive us into accepting this human identity. They want us to support human rights, but that's foreign rights. That's not our rights. Where's Aboriginal American nations' rights? Where's the promotion and support for that?
Right.
Oh, no. We want rights for everybody. There's more humans than Americans, apparently. Apparently. And that's unfortunate, right?
Yeah, that is.
Continuing, it says, we found evidence of hybridization between modern humans and archaic forms in Africa. It looks like our lineage has always exchanged genes with their more morphologically diverged neighbor, said Hammer, who also holds appointments in the UA's Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology, the School of Anthropology, the Bio5 Institute, and the Arizona Cancer Center. I mean, these are real world scientists with actual budgets and funding so that they can conduct these studies on their lineages. Like they said, like he said, it looks like our lineage has always exchanged genes with their more morphologically diverged neighbors. Hey, yo, hold on. Who you talking about? Some Africans and things that have been hybridized, subspecies from those Africans, right? Nothing to do with our American people. So for me, I don't care when I hear things like black this and white that. Let me show you something real quick, right? Hold on, where this thing at? We're about to go to Smithsonian real quick. Let's check out the Smithsonian. What is that? Yeah, and I'm jumping around context because I want to show y'all something very interesting, right? Where's this? Where's Smithsonian at? Yeah, because I got this information about them Lenapes too, and them Delawares. Since people want to be praising and disrespecting people and things of that nature, I got something for them. Here we go, Smithsonian. Here we go. Let me go back on this page real quick. Oh, hold on. Let me pull up my notes. I got messages coming through. Hold on one moment. Let me locate this text real quick. Yeah, we going to the Smithsonian real quick, all right? Here we go. Perfect, right there. That's the one we looking for. Part, I got a notepad with a whole bunch of, I got more notes in the notepad than I do tabs open. Here we go. Check this out. Let me drop this link in the chat for you all as well so you all can, feel free to pull it up at your leisure. Here you go right there. Check this out. Right here. It says species. While the exact number of early human species is debated, on this page are links to summaries of the early human species accepted by most scientists. Click on any species to learn more about it. At the bottom of this page is a chart showing the time span during which fossils of each species have been found. You see? You see this? Hey, Chief Foma, what you think about what we're looking at right here?
We ain't got nothing to do with these things. We have nothing to do with these. What is this? Adipithecus. Kadaba. Man, I can't even pronounce this shit. Like, this is not us.
Not us.
Not us. Didn't come from these people. Beings or things. Monkey people, as it were. Yeah, I can't relate.
Okay, so that's the first list right there. And I'm not going to click on each of these, right? Because there's too many of them, right?
How?
Now, question. I got a question for you. Since here in North America, right, have you observed any foreigners that have these type of phenotype appearances?
I have. Honestly, I have. Now, I will say this, not so much having all the hair. The features, definitely, yeah. I've seen some people, I've worked with some people that have these various features. This first one right here, this Australopithecus africanus. I've definitely seen some with that phenotype. Even over here, this other Australopithecus, I've seen some with that phenotype.
Yeah, continuing, yeah. Right?
Definite this Homo floresiensis. Yeah. Homo erectus, yeah. They look like some Nigerians I've seen. That middle one right I'm not. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just saying. I've met some Nigerians that have that kind of look, especially that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, to everyone
I think
watching right now.
Homo naledi, no,
Yeah,
no, naledi. Yeah, I've seen some Asians with that look. Yeah, definitely some Koreans,
you know what I'm saying?
some Chinese, some Japanese.
Yeah.
You pay now. You pay now. One of them ones.
$2. $2. Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
Yeah, we are not these creatures.
Mhm.
Our
Then we
we're
have the
ancestors. Mm-mm.
Homo Neanderthalensis.
Now this one, I've seen some. You know who he remind me of?
Who's
Turtle
that?
Gang. Turtle Gang. No, seriously, look at his forehead. Look at his eyebrow structure. Like, nah, if you put a side by side, that could be his ancestor.
Hey, yo, keep in mind, he did say his peoples migrated like 35,000 years ago, right?
That's true. He said that. I mean, that, I'm
It's
just saying, and I'm not even being to be insulting. Like that looked like that could be his ancestor.
for real.
Yeah, seriously.
Or some Hungarian.
Mm-hmm.
As it looked like to me, in my opinion. Just an opinion. I yield.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get into who these these hominins look like to me. I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that commentary for the next time I'm on Sonetta or something, and one of them circus clown descendants got something stupid to say out their face. You know what I mean? I'll be like, hey, real talk, yo, you a homo Rudolphensis. Real talk. I'm about to bang him like that. Like, I mean, why not? Why not? It's the truth.
It's the truth. I mean, this is who they say they come from. This is their
That's
origin.
right.
It's not our origin story.
And so while we're here, right? Once again, let me pull up this map again, right? Where that map at? Because all these people that make they make all these wicked comments towards our people, like online and things this nature, whatever else. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be goddamn if somebody speak to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play them type games. But like, once again, all these species are from Euro-Afro-Asia. They have been crossbreeding for over 1,000 years, long before they invaded this American continent. And fast forward, the subspecies of these predecessor species, right? Because these are the predecessors here.
Right.
These are their predecessors. And for the fact that the subspecies still maintains the phenotype, the appearance of their predecessor, it's quite interesting. And it just so happened that they learn how to shave. You know, they learn how to use cosmetics, right?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of them are reverting back to this type of imagery. I've seen videos of Asian men and some pale men with hair all over their body, like an ape, like literally just hair everywhere, long hair, thick hair, woolly hair on their backs, and yeah, they're reverting back to that.
Yes, it's still within their genetics. They have to have the various forms of cosmetic surgery for fur removal and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Many of these species still have tails. As soon as they're born, they have to have a surgical procedure done to remove the tail from the babies.
Yes.
This is documented scientific fact.
Yes.
Well, look, and it says load more. We have the Kenyan Dropus, Platyops. Let's load some more.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want y'all to pay attention here, right? Keep something in mind. These species, once again, were mixing with the Cro Magnon and the Neanderthal. You know, I showed in previous presentations how the Moors, they were infatuated with the European females, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the book by J.A. Rogers titled Sex and Race, volumes 1 through 3. And he is going into explicit detail, historical as well as present up to his time in the mid-1900s, of that behavior. And this is why the pale skins hate those Africans, because they fucked up their bloodlines. And so people, they got upset at me when I said, yo, I agree with some of the KKK's philosophy. They're for the preservation of their race and bloodline, so on and so forth. As a natural American, so do I. I agree with the preservation of our heritage and our genetic makeup and so on and so forth. I agree with that. Uh-oh. Who does this Paranthropus Boise look like? Oh man. For the fact that we have people that have been brought to our territories that, well, species, if you will. I don't want to call them people. I don't like that term. I don't call everybody people, right? But what do you think about these species that have been brought here that are walking upright? They know how to speak whatever foreign language, and they know how to use their thumbs and fingers and things of this nature. And they have these type of appearances, using skin bleachers and lighteners and things of this nature, putting wigs on and things of this nature. I mean, come on, this is serious. This is serious. And we have to be on point. Our American people have to be on point for what's really going on out here. And so I want y'all to keep something in mind, right? All of these species that we see on the screen here, right? You know, they have their natural habitats, all of them. But they have invaded our natural habitat. They have been involved and invested in the disruption and destruction and devastation of our natural environment. And so when I use the terminology of invasive species, I know that it's associated to, plants and animals, but I need y'all to keep something in mind. As natural American people from a distinct race, American is a race of people from this American continent, right? We have been invaded by foreign species. And so, Chief Pomar, right? Let me ask you, when we put this into that context of, once again, we have our own species that's indigenous, Aboriginal, talking us to this land, right? We have a relationship with everything natural here. What happens when an invasive species enters? And to everyone in the chat, put in the chat, what happens when an invasive species enters? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, because obviously, these people that be promoting race and all of that, this subject matter of species is beyond their comprehension. They're cool with being a human. And also, let me pull that up too, by the way, before we get into this other text, right? Where is this information at? Where is it? Hold on. Invasive species definition. Yeah, I got the definition of invasive species up already. We got USDA links about that. Okay, here we go. Asylum for mankind. Here we go. Let me show y'all something, right? So this here, what I'm showing you right here, is from Ballantyne's Law Dictionary, right? There's two parts to this. And you all can source this information yourselves as well, right? So once again, this is from Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. So it says, human being, sea monster. Sea monster. So let's see monster. So on page 830, the Ballantines Law Dictionary, it says here, monster, a human being by birth, but in some part resembling a lower animal. A monster hath no inheritable blood and cannot be heir to any land, albeit it be brought forth in marriage. But although it hath deformity in any part of its body, yet if it hath human shape, it may be heir. It may be heir. But by default, a human being is a monster.
Right. So they had to evolve by breeding upward, I guess, in the human scale of things, so that they would lose more of their ancestors' look, as far as the hair and the phenotype. It looks more like an animal or a monkey, per se, for them to, yeah. So it's just an illusion because they're still these people. They just have a more man-like appearance,
That's right.
as because they
So
still
then,
have the same genetic codes, because they still can make babies with tails, and they still can be very, very, very hairy. And especially in India or over there in Asia, Hindustan, they have a lot of babies born with this look, coming out with hair all over their face, all over their body, so much that they can't even shave it. They just have to teach them how to manage it and comb their faces.
God damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
And so I want to direct your attention to this text here, right? This book, this is the entire book here, right? Asian slaves in colonial Mexico, from Chinos to Indians. So a Chino is the Spanish terminology for a Chinese male. The China is a Chinese female. Okay. So once again, right, we're talking about this Euro-Afro-Asian series of species, right? All of these that we see on the screen over here, right? All of these species were throughout Euro-Afro-Asia, all of them. Okay. I have a list. I didn't prepare it into a PDF, but it is on Wikipedia. I might try to pull it up shortly, right? But I want to show y'all something, right? So all these Asian slaves, right? We're going to focus on Asia over here, right? So you'll see, when you look into this subject here, you'll see distinct species that have been crossbreeding for thousands upon thousands of years, all right? Now fast forward with the Spanish colonization of this American continent of ours, right? Well, these Chinos, these Asians, right, who we see today claim to be Native American and all of this, right? Well, this book is explaining how they became, quote unquote, Native American. They agreed to be perpetual slaves, vassals for Spain. This is the duty of subspecies. Like we saw with that character on Sonetta a week ago, right? That character, he said, oh, I'm this, I'm that, da, 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 da. He's everything other than a bloodline American Indian. But he has an ID card which says that he's official, huh?
Okay.
That's incredible, right?
That is incredible. It's a slap in the face. It's disrespectful. We don't want their cards anyway. I don't need their card. I have the bloodline.
That's right. That's right. And so I would encourage y'all to look into this book here. Very, very beautiful text here. Very informative on so many levels. And you know, it explains a lot. It explains a whole lot of what we're experiencing today. All right. Keep in mind, our daughters and sons, when they go to grade school, you know, they take social studies and world history and U.S. history class. They're not getting this information here. No, they're getting information like, oh, we're all human. Nah, you're the human. I'm not. You're the subspecies. I'm not. Let me find some more information to show y'all, right? Because I got all these tabs open. So this is one of my favorite books here too, right? Let me show y'all this text here. So this is by a scientist by the name of Samuel George Morton. He's known to be a racist, right? However, you see the title here, right? An inquiry into the distinctive characteristics of the Aboriginal race of of America. The Aboriginal race of America. Okay.
Yeah.
In this text, this racist tells the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. He describes a natural appearance. All right. He describes how. Let me show you here. Let me just get into it. Right. Among these Aboriginal inhabitants, among these Aboriginal inhabitants of America claim our especial attention. This vast theater has been thronged from immemorial time by numberless tribes, which lived only to destroy and be in turn destroyed without leaving a trace. Of their sojourn on the face of the earth, contrasted with these few civilized communities whose monuments awaken our surprise without unfolding their history. All right. He goes into, it's this combination of religion, theory, beliefs, but at the same time, though, he was an anthropologist. He studied craniums. He studied skeletal remains here within this American continent. All right. Let me try to find some good quotes out of here. Here we go, right here. Physical characteristics. It is an adage among travelers that he who has seen one tribe of Indians has seen all. So much do the individuals of this race resemble each other. I need y'all to keep that in mind. This is a racist saying this, by the way. A racist scientist. He says if you've seen one tribe of Indians, you have seen them all. The individuals of this race, the race being the American race, resemble each other. These are facts. Okay. Now continuing here, it says, all possess alike the long, lank black hair, the brown or cinnamon colored skin. God damn. Hold on. This is the 1800s only. So how did this Turtle Gang Midwest card holder, the super Indian, right? How's his skin not brown or cinnamon colored? What happened? What happened? But meanwhile, those of us that still carry these characteristics, like it says right here by this is a scientist, because these people that be running their mouth talking about, oh, just take a DNA test. You're not a scientist to be projecting such foolishness. You're not a scientist. For one, where's your degree in anthropology and ethnography, so on and so? Where is it? Because someone's saying that, oh, we maintain traditions. Okay, so what about all the circus performers that still perform in a circus? Their descendants still perform, right? Or is that not traditional? Is that not maintaining traditions of identity theft and impersonation, so on and so forth? So I'm going to stop right there because it says it all as far as I'm concerned. Because it's on us to know our heritage, get to our genealogy, so on and so forth. It's on us to do such things. We don't need to be dependent on foreigners. And so now let me take y'all to etymology, right? Because, we got people that like to debate, are we Aboriginal? Are we indigenous? Are we this? Are we that? Well, let's keep it simple for ourselves. For one, what did your people tell you? One. And then two, does this definition apply to you? Since you've gotten into your actual research, you got into your actual records. It says here, Aboriginal, an adjective. An adjective is a descriptive word, right? 1660s first, earliest, existing from the beginning, especially in reference to inhabitants of lands colonized by Europeans from Aborigines. See Aborigine. That's all we need right there. We don't got to go to Australia. We're not Australians, right? So where's Aborigine? Let's pull up Aborigine real quick. Right here. Aborigine. It says noun. That means a person, place, a thing, right? It says person, animal, or plant that has been in a country or region from the earliest times. Mistaken singular of Aborigines. 1540s, Aboriginals considered the correct singular in English. From Latin, Aborigines, the first inhabitants. Okay. I remember some years ago, right? People used to debate about the ab means off, away from. But you're misinterpreting. You're having a comprehension problem. Because it blatantly says here, a rise, commencement, beginning, source, descent, lineage, birth, from stem. Arise, rise, be born, be descendant, receive life, see origin. That means you come from. You're not away from, literally, but you come from. You descend from. You are of that descent. This is lineage, as it says in its definition alone. Now, continuing, it says, look. It was extended by 1789 to natives of other countries which Europeans had colonized, especially Aboriginal inhabitants of Australia. And then here it is, the Australian English slang shortening abo is attested from 1922 as a noun. Abo. And so now we got these clowns wanting to call Aboriginal Americans abos, right? This is the foolishness.
Yeah.
So once again, when we think about these invasive species, right? Once again, these people will tell you, that they migrated. They have a migration story. They're not from here. They're not Aboriginal, so they have a problem with us because we are. They want to be what we are. They don't want to be what they are. They are living proof of invasive species. Invasive species are known to be destructive. Let me show y'all this text here. And so to this point, Poma, right? Now we're about to go to these environmental websites. Here we go, USDA.
Here we go.
Let's put this in perspective for everyone, just so we can be honest and clear with ourselves. All right. So this is USDA.gov topics invasive species, right? Let's zoom in. It says here, invasive species impact agriculture and natural resources in the U.S. Really? Really?
Really?
Really?
It's a double entendre because we're talking about them and their invasive animals and plants and insects.
Yeah. So it says invasive animals, plants, and keep in mind. Okay. So just so y'all don't think I'm making something up, right? Let's take another look at what the Smithsonian is showing, right? Can these be categorized as animals?
Yes.
To us?
Absolutely.
Are these animals?
These are animals to me. I think they'd be animals to anyone with common sense and anyone with a spark of intellect.
Do they have the characteristic of an animal in their behavior and conduct?
Yes.
I mean, they behave unnaturally. Animals are known to behave unnaturally, right?
Yeah.
Well, unnatural animals, especially invasive species in particular, right? It's interesting. So it says here, invasive animals, plants, and pathogens pose a persistent and growing threat to U.S. agricultural production. Okay, so now let's think to ourselves about the fact that we have invasive species-owned corporations, right, that have GMO food supplies. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Is that not a growing threat?
Yeah.
I mean, the governor of Florida just had to ban lab-grown meat, right?
This is what invasive species do because they're not natural. They're not natural. So anything that's unnatural, that's what they involve themselves in. So I'm not surprised. We shouldn't be surprised. We should be aware.
Yeah, and so to U.S. agricultural production, forest resources. Okay, so forest resources, we see these invasive species cutting down natural trees, cutting down everything natural, destroying everything natural to build communities, build homes, residences for more invasive species. Really? Global food security and rural economies. These are all threats. Let me highlight this. A persistent and growing threat. Is this not something we should be talking about within our communities? And making strides to address this persistent and growing threat? I mean, it's clear. This is on USDA.gov. It says these threats have real implications, not just for farmers, ranchers, and natural resource managers, but for all Americans. Keep in mind, we are the Americans. American comes from us. We have people that say, I'm not American, I'm specifically this. Well, that's fine. You're more than welcome to say you are exclusively, specifically one thing. But from a scientific standpoint, you are an American. Just like the Euro-Afro-Asian, all these species over here, they all come from Africa, Europe, and Asia. And they have been crossbreeding. But yet, and still, they will tell you, when you speak to them, they come from specific places in Africa, such as, what do we have down here? We have the Kenyanthropus. That's a Kenyan.
Kenyanthropus.
The Neanderthalensis or Neanderthalensis. That's a European. When you really get into the study of each of these, it's going to tell you where they come from. All of which is,
Homo heidelbergensis.
Yeah. Heidelbergensis.
Heidelbergensis.
That's a black man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a black man. That's crazy. I mean, this is real serious. You know what I'm saying? Well, hold on, where we at?
They know who they are. Far be it from me to say, no, that's not. They know who they are.
Absolutely, they do. And so I would encourage y'all get into this website here because when you factor in that you are an American, right? And we're dealing with invasive species, right? It says here, National Invasive Species Information Center, gateway to federal invasive species information. Do not be stuck in quote unquote plants and pathogens. Keep in mind animals as we're showing you over here. The Homo Habilis, the Homo Sapien, the human is an animal. Are you a human?
No.
Humans are conditioned in our youth to behave like animals, right?
Yeah.
This animalistic so-called music.
Yeah.
So there's tons of information on it. Let me pull up another one real quick. USGS.gov. It says what invasive species and why they are a problem. Let me drop this in the chat as well. There we go. Drop that. There you go. Perfect. Where are we at? Where is it at again? Hold up. Yeah, USGS. What is an invasive species and why are they a problem? Zoom in some. An invasive species is an introduced non-native organism, disease, parasite, plant, or animal that begins to spread or expand its range from the site of its original introduction and that has the potential to cause harm to the environment, the economy, or to quote unquote human health. I put quote unquote around that because once again, the human is a descendant of all of these, including the Cro Magnon and the Neanderthal. The human comes from this, and it's a list of them, as we have been discussing, right?
Yeah.
We have to really, really sharpen ourselves up out here. What we're seeing with this Biden administration and past presidents of the United States of America or the United States Corporation, whatever people want to call it, I don't care what people want to call it. They have all been involved in the investment of colonization. They each have participated in inviting, introducing invasive species to North America. The foreign species that are governors and prime ministers and etc., presidents of Brazil, Central and South American and Caribbean territory, so on and so forth, right? They have invited other invasive species, and they are abusive to the Aboriginal, Tortoise, indigenous population, while those same species engage in active identity theft. So, where are we at? I don't want to be too long-winded. How far are we along now? Yeah, we're an hour 21 minutes in. Yeah, I don't want to get too detailed with all of this. Not at this point. I want to take everybody's time up. I want to save some of this for another portion, another continuation of this. Let me locate a particular reference. Let me see. Trying to recall the specific reference. You see, this gets very detailed, and we can't be foolish. We don't have the luxury of assuming anything about what we see around us. They have been engaging in cloning technology, for example, right? Like these species are using advanced technology to multiply themselves, to enhance their invasion, so on and so forth, right? Not a game. Oh, that's what we're going to get into, the DNA. How could I forget? Let me show you something about this DNA. Huh?
Absolutely. That's what this is about.
Yeah, I almost forgot about the DNA. How could I do such a thing? How did I almost forget about the DNA? Let me just run a search for it real quick. Chinese 23andMe. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let me see here. Okay. No, that's not the right one. Hold on, I got it on my phone. Oh, man, I gotta send this over. Okay. Data exploitation. Let me try that. Let's try this search real quick. Because 23andMe, literally, as of the end of last year, going into this year, right? Over 7 million people's genetic data has been exposed. I did a presentation previously showing how the Chinese have been developing advanced bioweapons using this so-called genealogical data. Like something as simple as doing a mouth swab and sending it into a random foreigner, right? An invasive species. Because these people that own, let me show you who owns 23andMe, by the way. Let's take a look at them real quick. Founder of 23andMe. Here we go. This is their name. This is her. And Wajiki, some shit like that. I don't know how to say their name. Here they go. Look.
Wow.
Look at them. Look at them. Hold on. I wish I could do a side by side. Hold on. What type of species is this? What type of species is Anne? Who does Anne resemble? Does Anne resemble a bleach, one of the Homo erectuses or florensis or whatever they call it? Look at Anne. Anne is the CEO, the founder of 23andMe. Her older sister is the former CEO of YouTube.
Wow.
And then her other sister, Janet, watch Chiki. How do you say? I don't know how to say it.
Damn.
Is an anthropologist and epidemiologist. It says her maternal grandparents were Russian Jewish immigrants. And so hold on. You mean to tell me we have Native Americans, quote unquote, and we have Pan-Africans telling our American people, oh, take a DNA test. You need to take a DNA test. And this is who you're sending your DNA to? And that DNA is being sold to China?
Wow.
This is a whole invasive species. Look, it says right there. Look. Is an American entrepreneur. So hold on. She's her maternal grandparents were Russian Jewish immigrants, but she is an American entrepreneur who co-founded and is CEO of the personal genomics company 23andMe.
So who was this black guy?
Huh?
That they had as the face of 23andMe? Who is he?
I'm not familiar.
Ship to 23andMe.
I'm not familiar. Oh, you mean ancestry?
Remember, I thought it was 23andMe.
He talking about Henry Louis Gates.
Yeah, Henry Louis Gates was talking about him and said that he was just making it up in a laboratory anyway.
Rick Kittles. Yeah, let's look up Rick Kittles real quick. Rick
Kittles, yeah. That's him.
Where does the Kittles name come from? Oh, where he went to Morehouse School of Medicine. He is of African American ancestry.
What is that?
I don't know. It sounds like
he gets to be called African American, and she gets to be called an American.
Yo, you see that? You see that? Oh, well, what it says here is an American biologist specializing in human genetics.
Okay.
So he's an American biologist. But observe how celebrities or these influential people, right? Negroes and foreigners, whatever, these invasive species, right? People that have the appearance of this, right? Whatever form, do morphology and all of that, right? Metamorphosis, if you will, right? I mean, this dude literally looks like some shit off of this list. Lying to people. Lying. What the dude Henry Louis Gates said? Oh, just you're making it up anyway. Just make her a Zulu, man. Ha ha ha.
You can't tell what tribe they come from by spitting in a tube. Ha ha ha.
Exactly. So hold on. Washington, D.C. based African Ancestry, Inc., a genetic testing service for determining individuals' African ancestry. Ain't this about a... Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. And so, look. It says here, all right? It says here, in addition, he discovered through a DNA analysis, he descends mainly of people of Dakar, Senegal, and Nigeria's Hausa people. Okay, so those people are these species.
He descends... grandmothers.
Huh?
I said those are his grandmothers and his grandfathers.
That's right.
Great grandparents.
I mean, I wonder if it's in his family tree, if he has a family tree book that has like these pictures and names and all of that. That'll be interesting, right?
Yeah.
But this is how serious it is out here. Like, these people want our American people to be them. This is the problem with these subspecies and invasive species. This is the problem with them. And so let me just run that back real quick though, right? Chinese genetic data. Let me do that search. Genetic data exploitation. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. So this is a Washington Post article here. Because I did a presentation on this previously. I don't have all those references in front of me right now. We got this one here. Genetic data collection by Chinese corporation, by Chinese company poses threats, right? Voice of America, right? Look, fears of a DNA arms race. A DNA arms race.
Sounds like biological warfare.
Oh yeah, advanced. This is advanced warfare right here all day. And the Chinese are collecting data internationally and developing advanced bioweapons. Let me try to find this particular link here because the reason why this is so important is due to the fact, once again, we have the Native Americans, those card holders, right?
Right.
They're telling pure blood Americans that say, yo, I'm an Indian. What you mean? I'm Aboriginal. I'm indigenous. I'm a talk to this, etc. Like, no, you're not. You need to prove it with a DNA test. And then if you don't know what's up, if you're not in tune with reality, you're setting yourself up to be exploited.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple.
Yep.
Look, China's biomedical data hacking threat. Like they're hacking systems as well. So I need the people to be careful. Inform your peoples. This is dated 2022 right here. This is Texas National Security Review. Original, how you doing? Appreciate your presence. Check these links out. This is not a game.
Mm-hmm.
Where we at with it? Hold on. Let me get that out. Let me get that off the screen. Check this out. Hold on. China's biomedical data hacking threat. Applying big data isn't as easy as it seems. Concerns have developed in recent years about the acquisition of U.S. biomedical information by Chinese individuals and the Chinese government and how this creates security and economic threats to the United States. Ooh. Oh, how come this isn't popular? Like, you mean to tell me Diddy is more important than this? I mean, yeah, Diddy did some foul shit, but like we are being invaded. This is what this is what invasive species are doing against us and all other populations present throughout our territories. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Biomedical big data. Look. It says in 2021, a former U.S. intelligence officer revealed that BGI, a Chinese DNA sequencing company suspected of having ties with the Chinese military and Chinese government, had attempted to collect American DNA under the guise of offering to build COVID-19 testing sites in 6 U.S. states, including California and New York. These states, along with their medical institutions, were warned against cooperating with BGI because it could give China the opportunity to harness this biomedical data and use it for economic and security purposes. Is this not important? And there's plenty more. And so once again, 23andMe has been working with China for years. Everybody that has fucked with 23andMe, guess what? China got your data. These, what you call these? What does she say she is? She's a Russian Jew. Yeah, she's a Russian Jew. Yeah, Russian Jewish immigrants, right? She's not an American. American's a race. Okay.
Right.
She is a Russian Jew. That means that she descends from Neanderthals that have been crossbred with whatever else. That's the facts in reality.
Yep.
We cannot lie to ourselves.
No.
Okay. And they are working with the Chinese, period. These are the facts. They are working with the Chinese. I showed, last time I did the presentation on this subject here, I showed a list of all the genetic testing companies. I tried to find that list again. I couldn't find it. I'm gonna have to go through my notes, but I encourage you all to do your research, do your due diligence, and see what has been going on with these DNA tests. Once again, these DNA tests are for entertainment purposes only. It's on congressional record.
Yeah.
It's on congressional record. It has no genealogical value. Real scientists know this. These are facts.
Mm-hmm.
And so once again, invasive species are doing their best to not only invade, but to exploit and ultimately destroy us. And I need y'all to keep something in mind along with that point right there. We're not going to their countries of origin and invested in their destruction of their nations and territories. Like, yo, let me show you this map again. Here it is. No American nation has gone over there to colonize, to enslave, to exploit. We don't want to even make their food and sell it to them. We don't want to take their pictures and put it on t-shirts to sell it to them. But yet and still they're over here and they're doing that to us, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything described here tonight, once again, origins of invasive species, I showed y'all. This is a nice little list the Smithsonian has, right? Look at this. Look at this list. Them is not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Chief Poma. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat too. But before I do, Chief Poma and Empress Ajajib, would y'all like to share anything at all, or share your thoughts or what have you on this subject?
Yeah, I'd like to just add on that. Remember, we're the flora and the fauna of the Americas, sprung from the soil.
That's
We
right.
are the natural elemental factor here on our lands. And so when we talk about invasive species of the man, the animal, the mammal type, down to the insects that is destroying our natural habitat, playing havoc on our natural habitat. Remember that plant life that these insects are destroying, it's also destroying our bodies too. We're connected with the very soil with the plant life and our own animal and species here on our lands here we call the Americas. So if we want to fight for the survival of our plants, we must fight for the survival of ourselves. So it's connected, it's intertwined. We are one with our plant life, our animal life. And these invasive species, from the animal type to the insect type to the plants that they brought over here, have to go. It is deleterious to our ecosystem. And this is real stuff here. It's conversations we need to have with our bloodlines, with our lineages. We need to have these discussions and remind everybody that this is war.
That's right. That's a whole fact. And so to that point, right? I just want to add the definition of ecosystem, right? Because what's here throughout this American continent, each of these territories, right? This is our natural ecosystem. The definition of ecosystem, the complex of living organisms, their physical environment, and all their interrelationships in a particular unit of space. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This American continent is our space. We could go anywhere throughout this continent and we're healthy. We are healthy anywhere throughout our continent. However, with the eco side that's going on, you know, the poisoning of water, poisoning of air. You know, I did the presentations on rat poison and cosmetics and generations of our people being exposed to these chemicals and the harm that is done to natural health and so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
The GMO food and etc. These are all aspects of the devastation of our ecosystem. We are of this ecosystem. They're working, they're doing everything to remove us, replace us. This invasion that's present right now, that's been present throughout this entire Biden administration and previous administrations, right? For the fact that we have foreigners coming here and they're breeding, crossbreeding, while maintaining their speciesism, what people want to call racism and discrimination and so on and so forth, is speciesism. They're for their own species and subspecies. These are the facts. Once again, look at all these ancient species. These are their predecessors. All of these have crossbred. All of them. It's not that they became extinct. No. They have evolved. Now they're preparing to evolve into what they call it transhumanism. They're about to blend technology greater. I mean, imagine these creatures that we see on the screen right now that are doing speed dating. Like the descendants of these creatures are speed dating, right? And then in another 10, 15, 20 years, they're going to have AI technology embedded in them. Incredible, right?
It's like a sci-fi movie.
Super sci-fi.
Oh, it's real.
This shit's incredible. Hold on, y'all don't know what's going on. This is all making sense to me. This dude has DNA agent in his group. They're up to something. Wait for it. Yeah, so we got Tyrone Leon want to join us. Yo, Tom dropping the link right now. Also, anyone else that would like to share their thoughts on the subject, please stay on subject. I'm not interested in going off of what we're discussing this evening. Once again, the subject matter of this is origins of invasive species, genetic exploitation, and colonization. Let's continue.
What's good? Salute to the American people. What up?
What's happening? How you?
I'm doing good, bro. Listening in. Shout out to you for clowning Turtle Gang Midwest and Turtle Gang NYC. Them niggas is playing.
Word. Yeah, man. You know them dudes admitted that they come from them. You know what I'm saying? That's not my fault.
I don't have that nerve to wave like an ID card with a hat on in the picture. Where they do that at?
Hold on, where that map at again? Yeah, here it go right here. Let me pull up this map again. Hold on, let me move these tabs over here. And yeah, Ty, I'm glad you on right now. So you'll check it, right? And Chief Poma, right? So this is what I did. So when I was on there, I came on there and I asked the dude, do he know the origins of the Delaware, right?
Right.
And somebody said, yo, he already covered that. I didn't hear him cover this. Thomas West, 12th Baron Delaware Moors, English colonist. Right? Let me drop this link in the chat as well.
Yep.
Governor of Virginia, 1610 to 1618. Mind you, Virginia was massive during this time, right? Hold on. Aboriginal got a question. Hold on, let me check out your question. Hold on. What you said? Hold on. You said, what about animal species? Are all of them native to the Americas? Nah, absolutely not. The rat isn't, for example. The rat, they brought them over here.
The rat, the roach.
The roach.
Bed bugs. African roach.
Yo, it's a long list. It's a lot of things. Yo, these little cute little doggies that they be putting in purses and handbags and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the chicken. Oh, the chicken is a cross.
Yeah,
The chicken itself is a
cow.
subspecies. The
The
cow,
cow.
Cows are subspecies.
the pig.
Mhm. The sheep.
Yeah, the list goes on. It's a massive list. Absolutely, it's a massive list.
Stink bugs. There's just so many of them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got once again. Take a look at these U.S. government websites here. Hold on, where that's at? Yeah, here we go. These joints dealing with what is an invasive species and why are they a problem? Yes, you got invasive snakes, invasive fish, invasive birds.
turtles.
That's right.
Mhm.
Massive
Like
list.
red-eared slider, for example, people be letting them go. They're from the southern United States and Mexico, but people have let them into other wild turtles ecosystems, and they overtake the natural turtles, and they replace those natural turtles with their own like breed, and causes salmonella and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so to Quiet Storm Sean's point, most of them creatures got 90% human DNA. Well, this is the human DNA. This is it. This is what they don't want to talk about. These
The
are
Hanuman.
all of that.
Mhm.
All of that. So when we have people talking about, yeah, my ancestors migrated here 35,000 years ago. These were your ancestors? Pick one.
They don't explain. They don't even explain where does nappy hair come from, because none of these ape creatures have afro-textured hair, and you don't find any monkey species within Africa that evolved a fleece coat.
Well,
So
I'm
how do
saying-
we jump from a straight-haired monkey to a nappy-haired man, but don't have any fucking missing link between that? They'll show you a pale man with straight hair coming from that, but not your melanated, nappy-haired individual. And people be playing games when it comes to this DNA stuff because they want to say that, oh, haplogroups can prove your race when it can't.
Well, hold on. Let me share something to you, Todd. So I'll give you an example, right? So when my hair is short, right, it's very curly, right? When my hair is longer, it gets wavy. You know what I'm saying? And then when you factor in moisture levels, right, such as being in a humid environment, right, or tropical environment, right, your hair will be wavy and straightened out naturally. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about a period in time when deforestation wasn't commonplace in a lot of regions of the world, whether here in North and Central South America, Caribbean, etc., or over there in their world. They wasn't cutting down trees like that. They didn't have technology to cut them down the way they do today. You see what I'm saying? So we have to keep in mind the ecosystem and temperature, climate. These are all factors. You know what I'm saying? And so once again, the longer the hair is, all right, depending on the temperature, of course, will determine the appearance, certain characteristics. You understand? Yeah, so hold on, where was we at real quick? Hold on, yeah, I got that work right here. Hold up, where that's at? Hold up. Yeah, Thomas West. Yeah, Thomas West right here. All right. So
the Delaware.
That's right. That's right. So let me drop this link right here. So this is encyclopediavirginia.org. Great information right here. All right. We're going to drop that for those interested. Once again, these are all foreign species. All right. Now, let me show you this one real quick. Now, let's get into some shit here. All right. Is this the one I'm looking for here? Nah, that's not the one. Let me go to this other one here. Moors of Delaware. Ooh, let's read this story here. This is Native Americans of DelawareState.com.
Woo!
This
Drop
is
that.
Check this shit out. Hold on, let's get into it. Hold on, where that's at. Let me run that back. Okay, here we go. Let's zoom in too. Let's do some weeding. We gonna do some weeding real quick. You know what I mean? for the subspecies out there. You feel me? We're gonna do some weeding.
The first thing this
That's
Negro
weed
did
too.
was try to go to Wikipedia and goddamn Google instead of looking at the deeper sources.
Yeah. So check it, right? It say here the Moors of Delaware. Ooh. He said, yeah, you know, we Delaware Indians, linear not be did it. Okay.
Delaware Moors. Ain't that what he said on 125th to Reggie and called him a clown?
All of that. That's right. You know, they proud of their heritage. As once again, these is them folks right here. Hold on. Wait.
The Tammany Hall Masons, bro.
Run that back. Yeah, the monkeys became Masons. How about that? Ain't that some shit?
Oh, and then on top of that, there's a monkey species called Moor macaque.
Look. I mean, yo, haven't we seen Masons, black Masons that look like these motherfuckers?
I believe so.
You know, I don't really be looking for them, but I could have sworn I seen some black Masons that look like them. Yo, I'm just saying what I'm saying, man. I don't know. You know, I'll be looking for them. But okay, so let's get into this text real quick. And so, remember, Chief Pomar, we were just talking about this not too long ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in this story, it gets pretty interesting, right? So let's see what's going on here. It says, a look at a triracial group, author unknown. Author unknown. Okay, sure the author's unknown. It says, an intermingling of races was one of the products which occurred with the early European exploration and settlement of the North American continent. How's it? North America is not a continent. North America is a part of the American continent, okay? So I just want to put that right there. All right, now continuing. Stemming from these earlier interminglings, there exists within the eastern United States today in numbers totaling between 50,000 and 100,000 persons, variety of surviving localized strains of mixed bloods. Those called the Moors or Delaware Moors are a group of such descent. Okay.
Ooh, rewind and say that again, because they said they ain't got no admixed DNA and try and say, oh, you just exclusively African and white. Read that again, please.
I mean, when you listen to them talk, you know, they said we civilized the savage. We traveled the whole world. We did everything with everybody. So by default, that means they mixed, right?
Yep.
By default, they claiming to be descendants of all of this, right? Right.
Yes.
Yep.
By default, they claiming this. That this is a part of their claim. I didn't say they said it. They said it, and they still say it. I'm not responsible. I'm just identifying the facts, and I'm stacking the facts. Continuing.
Popsicle Africans.
All right. So, in a June 1953 article, the geographer Edward T. Price mapped the locations of the chief populations of racially mixed groups in the eastern United States. See Figure 1. Through the particular geographic distributions of these groups, Price indicated how environmental circumstances such as swamps or inaccessible and barren mountain country favored their growth. Many of the groups are located along the tidewater of the Atlantic and Gulf Coast, where swamps, islands, or peninsulas have protected them and kept them alive. A portion of the Aboriginal blood which greeted the first white settlers on these shores. Okay. Keep that point in mind right there. That's key right there, right?
Because they throw around the word abo, right?
Yo, they don't like that word, but the abo kept them alive though by supposedly mixing in, because in other stories that I read, see, I didn't have time to get to pull out my X-Files, so I got some other facts on this subject here, other texts on the subject that goes into elaborate detail about what happened. Basically, these Delaware Moors, they engaged in identity theft of those Aboriginal nations that fed them. What happened? They shipwrecked. And in the story right here, it shows you the story of how they shipwrecked. The Moors don't tell you that they were shipwreckers. They traveled in the 7 seas. We was navigators. I didn't know navigators crash ships. That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
You a super sailor and you shipwrecking? That's outrageous. So let's get to the good parts, because you know. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's get to the good parts. Where's the good parts? Okay, here we go. People called Moors who reside in the Kent and Sussex counties of Delaware and across the Delaware Bay in southern New Jersey. See? Now that's giving you some details about where they at, right? One found more families in the farming territory outside Bridgeton, Millville, and Vineland, New Jersey, right? Let's keep going.
Never run, son.
In discussing the physical appearance of the Moors as well as the Nanticoke Indian descendants to whom some Moors are related, okay, C.A. Westlager wrote, certain facial characteristics set them apart from both whites and Negroes. The darkest have brown skins and the lightest resemble their white neighbors in complexion. Blonde, red, and sandy hair may be seen, but the majority have brown or black hair, either wavy or straight, and coarse like that of the full-blooded American Indian. Oh, really?
So what is a full-blooded American Indian? Are they talking about a mongoloid, or are they talking about niggas?
Yo, they talking about various complexions, as is known. American Indians come in all complexions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why American Indians, we don't go off of color, because it's a natural to go off of color. We go off actual bloodline. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's natural. But however, when we got some Moors coming in, and the Moors come in all these different colors, they got, look at this shit, they got blonde hair, red hair, sandy hair. You know what I'm saying?
So
Majority have brown and black hair, either wavy or straight, and coarse like that, a full-blooded American Indian. And so here it is. We got a fucking small, all right, a whole goddamn invasive species, a subspecies at that. Want to talk about if you don't got an ID card, you're not a real Indian. Ain't that some shit? While claiming to be a Delaware Moor and a Liddy Lenape.
And he over there fucking with Harker Bay.
Huh?
He said Islam more. Peace and blessings.
Oh, you talking about the pale skin did that?
Yes, and Turtle Gang NYC. Both of them.
They was on to Harker Bays?
Yep. I got the screenshot.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. Man. Look. Hold on, what'd you say? What'd you say, man?
They're just some straight up clowns. At this point, they're just some clowns.
Yeah, so it says no one has really been able to trace the precise origins of the Delaware Moors. Legend and historical hearsay have suggested possibilities. C.A. Westlager, in his book Delaware's Forgotten Folks, presents in his own words legends of three categories, which he collected from Delaware Moors themselves. It says it right there, right? One category of legend purports that the Moors originated sometime before the Revolutionary War through the founding of a colony along the Atlantic coast of the Delmarva Peninsula by a group of dark-skinned Spanish Moors. Through intermarriage with the local Indians come the people called Moors in Delaware and New Jersey. That story comes from the Moors themselves. That's what the author of that book, Delaware's Forgotten Folks, said. You see? I haven't read that book, but it says right here, this is a whole reference right here. And he got citations at the bottom. That's citation number 7 right there. Okay. Now, continuing, a second category of legend Westlager refers to as pirate legends. These legends stated that Spanish or Moorish pirates in the later 18th century were shipwrecked off the Delaware coast in the Delaware Bay or near the Indian River Inlet, right? The shipwrecked men were taken in by the Nanticoke Indians and came to marry Indian women. Hold on, hold that part right. Hold that shit right there. Hold the fuck up. Hold up.
So that means triple the African.
Hold up. Because that's a story that I'm familiar with. However, this is where it gets fucked up at, right? So, in American Indian, North American Indian customary law, it is forbidden for our nations to mix with foreigners. By default, it is forbidden. That shit is punishable. So, what do we know about the history of the Moors? What do we know? They're known for fucking raping, kidnapping, raping, enslaving, and selling. That's what Moors are known for, and they're proud of that shit.
And then manipulating other tribes into enslaving each other.
That's correct. And then on top of that, impersonating other tribes at that. Like right here, a Delaware
Moor. Didn't he impersonate a tribe?
A Delaware Moor is impersonating a Delaware Indian.
Yep.
And mind you, that region so-called Delaware, is home to numerous American nations peoples. Numerous tribes were throughout that territory. And these people are cool with being called Delaware Moors / Indians and shit. This shit is outrageous, man. That's why I don't take these characters serious. This is how I know they're subspecies. Their intelligence is subpar. And I ain't got much to say to them. Like, it's like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Continuing. Westlager categorizes a third legend type, which he found most popular among the Moors. So the Moors have a popular legend, right? Check this out. Check this out. The most popular among Moors, right? So they have one legend, one story that's the most popular. Or as romantic legend, right? Romantic, right? In this legend type, a beautiful woman and a dark-skinned slave or slaves are the central characters. The woman was wealthy, either Spanish or Irish. Ooh. And lived on a plantation in southern Delaware. She purchased one male slave who turned out to have been a Spanish prince. Yo, the Moors love talking about the fucking royalty, right? They love that shit. But it's like, you're so fucking royal, you're in exile. You are far, far, far away from home. And this is what you come from. Remember, the Moors, what they say, the Asiatic black man, right? Yo, look. All of them, this map is showing you where they've been mixing and mingling for thousands of years. That's Asia over there. So this is Euro-Afro-Asia right here. This is all Euro-Afro-Asia here.
Wait a minute. This map seems familiar because they use that same map to talk about like Bantu migration into Africa, like backtracking to coming from Asia as well.
That's right. They're all related. They are all related.
And then why are they using like a Hindu surname to call a race in West Central Africa?
Man, yo, it's a game. If you don't know better, you're liable to get tricked. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so continuing here. It says she purchased one male slave who turned out to have been a Spanish prince. They then fell in love and had children of dusky complexion, right? Not being accepted by the white community, the family sought associations elsewhere and consequently mixed with the Indians in the vicinity of the plantation. Really? Really?
So this should be showing up in DNA tests with somebody lying.
I mean, this to me, this is just invasive species shit right here. Like, you know. So okay, so let's run it down real quick. So the pale skin Ardipithecus cadabra is discriminatory to the Ardipithecus ramidus because of complexion, as well as to the Australopithecus afarensis, right? But they're all related, though, right? Come on, they're all related.
But wait a minute, I thought Africanus or Africus or whatever, Africa is a baby language. It's like a Greco-Roman word. It's not even ancient.
Man, hey, I'm putting it like this, yo. Just like the word Moor comes from Marcus Aurelius, all right?
I heard from Taharka Bey, he said it came from the Mori tribe. Some say it came from the Tamazine, Berber, Coptic type peoples that's living up there. That's pale, invasive species in North Africa.
Yeah, and the Romans conquered them a long time ago. The Romans made okay. So see, that's the thing about history. You know, people have been given a chopped and screwed revisionist history. They haven't been given the full depth of what took place throughout these regions where these foreigners come from, where these species come from. You know what I'm saying? The Romans was going through any territory they went into. They slaughtered the elders. They killed the elders. All right. They enslaved, raped the women, enslaved the children, and then they trained them to be soldiers and workers. Period.
Soldier slaves.
That's a fact. You can look up. You can look up. Just like in Africa right now, they still breed child soldiers. There's footage that came out this year, last year, of little kids on some Islamic shit. They said Allahu Akbar literally cutting off the heads of older Africans. This is happening right now, 2023, 2024. This has been going on for thousands of years. This is what they do. It's customary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this battery on the computer about to die in a minute too. So yeah. Y'all got some good information right here. But I mean, yo, these species is sick, man. And you know, our American people gotta tighten up. That's the purpose of this. You know what I mean? Yo, do not get these foreigners nothing. Straight like that. Don't get these species nothing. Don't let them eat you. Because that's what they're going to do. That's what they're here to do. They eat each other. They will eat you too. You see what's going on with the stem cell industry? You see what's going on with that? The Moors don't even speak on that industry. I wonder why. They're complicit, right?
Yep.
But
they
yeah,
got a whole book out there called The Delectable Negro. Has everybody forgotten that?
Yo, yeah, I went over. That book is filthy too.
Soylent Green. Soylent Green.
That's right, Soylent Green.
That reminds me of that movie.
Yeah. That's a fact. And so y'all see, these are the sources. These are the sources for this text dealing with the Moors of Delaware. This is the source right here. So once again, when I asked that character, that Turtle Gang Midwest character, right? The dude I called the subspecies and all of that, rightfully so, because he identified himself as a subspecies. I didn't make that shit up. He said it himself. I just said it more definitively. Anyway, I asked simply, are you aware of the Delaware origins? Because that's what he claimed. He said, yeah. So this is what he was referring to. He's aware of all of this shit right here.
He said he was a Siberian and that all the Algonquin speakers and all the tribes are descendants from his tribe, which are Asiatic nomads from Siberia. And they came through from double migrations. And his real name is Jacob Cap.
Yeah, yo. So that's what I'm saying, man. You know, I take these people at face value. Like I said, man, yo, we got to be on point for these subspecies, man. Because you know they're not allowed. They're not our allies at all. They're not here to support us.
They playing games. Like they over here uplifting pale groups to be you. That's why they ain't got no hostility towards no European. They ain't got no hostility towards no Mongol style Native American, but they got hostility towards Black American peoples having indigenous claims to the land.
Exactly. They're colonists. Of course, a colonist and a pirate is not going to support what's right because they're invested in with everything that's wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why should a criminal tell the truth? They want to be free to be a criminal. You see what I'm saying?
Playing games at the United Nations and begging Siberians for photo ops and doing nothing but being a stagnant moron, antagonizing people from getting quote unquote reparations if they were slaves or not.
Yeah, but see, when you factor it in, right? All of those, not all of them, because some of them, like we just read, they shipwrecked. They were shipwreckers and shit, right? And then those shipwreckers, they was bringing slaves with them. But what would be interesting though is to see Moors filing reparations claims against other Moors. That would be interesting, right? Like just like Morisco. Well, pardon me, the Marranos were fucking slave holders as well. Like these people are talking about Indians owning slaves, but what about the Negroes? That ain't from here.
They never want to talk about that. They just want to say all the Africans were just slaves or all the Negroes were slaves, but they don't want to talk about how niggas was free before the 1830 census and were slave owners.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So yeah, I don't want to take too much of y'all time. I don't want to take too much of y'all time. You know, once again, a lot of information. The subject matter of these species. I'm gonna leave y'all with this one, right? If you can, get your hands on this book right here. Okay, so I have this book, but I have to locate it again so I can pull up some of the pages. You can get a preview on Google. Very informative text right here. Let me drop this in the comment section as well. This is called Asylum for Mankind. So replace mankind with species, okay? Replace mankind with species. All right. When they say asylum for mankind, asylum for foreign invasive species. Literal species that were exiled. This book is going to show you how, or explain to you pretty much how, the European nations was sending all of the species that they didn't want, the criminal population, the vagrants, the destitute, the deprived, everything like what we're receiving right now, right? Crime rates are going crazy right now. The news is not even properly reporting on the abuses going on within our communities. I mean, these foreigners, like I just saw something the other day where these goddamn a group of these invasive species that look Hispanic or what have you, right? They look like Hispano Arabs. They look like variations of this without the fur, but with all types of tattoos in place of the fur, right? Anyway, them characters, they killed somebody in a quote unquote satanic ritual. We got a lot of ritual killings going on. Every breed of foreigners engaged in these practices. But Diddy's more important, though.
I'm saying Kendrick Lamar and the Drakes is more important.
Yeah. I seen that shit, but I haven't heard none of that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Like, I could give a fuck if they're rapping and beefing. I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, I'm trying to see our youth healthy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see our land healthy. I'm trying to see our people restored. Because none of that monkey shit going to fucking restore us.
Yeah, it's just a distraction.
All day. Pure distraction. So, yo, are there any closing thoughts before we get up out of here?
My closing thought will be, find who your relatives are. Claim who they said that they were. Don't just claim some Africa stuff. Do some more research on what they are saying about your lineage, and don't just fall to like these random ideologies, and apply that to your everyday lifestyle, like a business and getting together with other like-minded people and putting money together to build up your so-called Black Wall Street that we once had, or make our own political party or something like that, just to get us out of this rut. Don't just be stagnant and do nothing. Do something with yourself.
Absolutely.
I'll end my plan.
Yes, anyone else has anything they'd like to share before we close?
I do. It's Ecology, Chanel. I did want to point out really short. Why I think it was the 80s movie of the Planet of the Apes, the old school movie. Why do you think that the apes were trying to hide origins of the Slavs, the pale people, the human, the astronaut? Why do you think that they were trying to hide that history? They're doing that today. They're trying to hide that they're the Homo Sapiens. And what this link from Tomahawk Tony's research is. Soylent Green, look up that movie. They eat their own people. They eat their own infants.
What they say in that Planet of the Apes movie, Beware the Beast Man?
I know. I'm not sure what year it came out. It was when one of the little blonde Slav man went back in time, and he got
That's Charlton Heston, the one that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I don't know these people. I don't really. Yeah, I don't know. I'll do. I think it was that one. He got
the 60s. It came out in the 60s.
Okay, there we go. It was the famous movie "You Damn Dirty Apes." That's where that came from. And the orangutan who was in charge of the council meetings, he was trying to hide where their origins came from. That's why he was doing experiments to stop them from speaking.
Hey, yo, real talk. They still look the same though. When you, yo, all you gotta do is like really, really just look, and you can see they got the big ass ears and shit. Yo, the
Look at
damn.
them.
The
Look
more
at
and
'em.
more, the more and more that they get older, the more and more that they look like your research linked. It, in my opinion,
Yo,
everything's sagging, everything is reverting back to their original origins.
oh shit.
Yeah, they starting to birth babies with a bunch of hair again.
Mm-hmm.
To birth the babies with a bunch of hair. They're calling it some kind of condition. I call it natural for them.
Absolutely, it's definitely natural, but god damn, son.
Yeah,
Mhm.
99% all lies, all distractions, their agendas, and that 1% they have to tell the truth. Pay attention to that 1%. Don't get distracted by all that other nonsense. Because while they're
Uh-oh.
doing that rap battle, whatever, pay attention, whatnot, they're having secret meetings of more immigrants coming into our lands.
Yep, more invasive species enter it, right?
That part.
Hell, the meetings ain't even that secret no more. I mean, they in our face with it. For real, for real. I mean, you talk about what is the World Economic Forum talking about? They specifically talking about what to do or what they want to do um, with our American land and our people and our resources. And you got the World Health Organization and them clowns talking about what policies that they're going to put in place for all those who sign on to the treaty that they're initiating. United States of America, quote unquote, corporation is supposed to be signing on to the treaty, where the Health Organization is going to make the rules and regulations on how to deal with pandemics and plandemics, and even if there isn't a pandemic or a pandemic in the works, that they want to be able to still put certain regulations on the people. And I'm saying that they don't have jurisdiction over us, and I think it's really important that, like you said, brother, earlier, know your own lineage, do your research, find out where your people say they originated from, as far as what tribe or nation or clan or anything like that. And then you need to, whatever territory you're in, let them city council people know who you are. Let the mayor of that particular territory that you're in know who you are as the Aborigine, as the American Indian, and that you're not under their jurisdiction. So when they start rolling out these policies and these procedures, that they do not apply to the American Indian. They do not apply to the Aborigines of America. And do not give consent. I don't consent to none of their bullshit. Do
Let
not
me let me
consent.
let me yeah, I know we're supposed to be getting up out of here, but I'm getting into this text right here as I'm listening to you. Let me read you this quote here, because once again, right, we're talking about these invasive species, right? Descendants of what we see on the screen right now, right? These are the descendants of them, right? Including Cro Magnon, Neanderthal, etc. So it says here, Great Britain had especially compelling reason to promote the resumption of America's pre-war function as a dumping ground for convicts. You see this?
Disrespectful.
A dumping ground for convicts. English concern over an escalating crime rate in overcrowded jails had been steadily increasing ever since 1776, when Parliament had ended convict transportation to America. So convict transportation to North America ended in 1776. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into the study of the British Transportation Act, I've done past presentations on this, right? But when you
Mm-hmm.
get into the study of the British Transportation Act, pretty much it's not limited to Britain. All the European nations were exiling their populations to this American continent. When they said colony, that means penal colony.
Right.
Keep that in mind at all times. Now, continue. It says, with the return of peace, George III and his ministers decided to act on the assumption, born of desperation, that England could resume its earlier practice of permitting the Americans to obtain men unworthy to remain in this island. They assumed that the well-publicized resolve of the states of America not to accept our convicts could once again be shaken by the need for cheap white labor. What does that sound like in 2024?
Slavery, indentured servants and slavery and immigration and the so-called migrant filling in for the jobs that other people don't want, and all the rhetoric that they use just to justify allowing their people to come over here.
Yeah, and then also let's couple in right now to your point right there, right? Let's add to that how you have companies literally laying off entire workforces, right?
Mm-hmm.
While foreigners are flooding in, more invasive species are flooding in seek of work, right?
Right.
What is this going to look like? Well, if we go through history, we're going to see what's coming again.
Mm-hmm.
They say history repeats itself. No, it's not repeating. It's continuous. This is perpetual until we stop it. We now have the luxury, not necessarily a luxury, but I'm saying we have a luxury in comparison to what our ancestors had. We have documentation, recorded timestamps, people, places, names, dates, so on and so forth of what they've done against us and continue to do at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
300, 400, 500 years ago, we didn't have that luxury. Just in all truth and honesty, right? Let me find another citation for crime. In this text, I just simply looked up crime, right? Let me click on this one here. Okay, so it says here, the problem of quantifying the treatment of the working poor in England and its colonies makes a comparison difficult. The unemployed who tramped the English countryside looking for work or lived hand to mouth in urban squalor may well have preferred bound servitude in the colonies to starvation, a life of crime, or forced labor in English workhouses. The willingness of old world workers to undertake the known hazards of immigration and to commit themselves to years of servitude in America, despite well-publicized warnings of potential abuse, suggested the colonial variant of indentured servitude did not violate 18th century expectations or norms. So once again, these subspecies have no problem becoming an invasive species. What's the alternative? Where they come from, the regions in which they come from ain't got nothing for them. Isn't that what we hear? From the Africans, from the Arabs, Afghanistanians, Ukrainians. Oh, we're escaping war. Motherfucker, you bringing war to us. Shit's incredible. That's what I'm saying. We have an opportunity in a way in which, 100 years ago, these books wasn't readily accessible. Some of these books were just recently published. Let's see when this book here, Asylum for Mankind, was published. Let's find out when this was published real quick. 1998. Look at that. Cornell University Press, 1998. Come on. And so, how come those guys that be on Sonetta don't be reading this? I mean, they be banging on the beast and all of that, right? Isn't this a way that you could bang on the beast? Oh, know what? They're going to bang on themselves because they're related to these people, huh?
Yeah.
When people say European, the first thing that comes to most people's mind is pale skins. They forget that Europeans come in all complexions too.
Yep.
Just like we read about the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would encourage y'all to get into this book. Information is powerful. You can't be lied to when you know this type of shit right here. When you know this, they can't play with you. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, criminal underworld. Here goes some Diddy shit for y'all. For the people that like that Diddy shit. Yeah. So the work of Roger Eckert suggests that 18th century America also made good on its reluctant promise to regenerate British convicts. All right, so those are criminals, right? His examination of Chesapeake court records shows that transported felons were far less likely to be accused or convicted of criminal activity than more respectable inhabitants. Let's read that again. An invasive species that is a criminal, known criminal before they were shipped to North America, right? They were less likely to be accused or convicted of criminal activity than more respectable inhabitants. So more respectable inhabitants, let's put that in perspective. What can we consider a more respectable inhabitant? What, the natural people? Would our natural people be more respectable than them?
Absolutely.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm not crazy. It says, ironically, Eckertz argues that the low rate of recidivism among convicts in America was largely a product of the absence of economic opportunity in the colonies. Although most English felons had been transported for crimes against property, the underdeveloped American economy had not produced the glittering concentrations of urban wealth necessary to support individual thieves, continue, or a criminal underworld. Without readily available goods to steal and fences to dispose of stolen property, transported grand larcenists forced to give up their former avocations. Convicts who were determined to continue their life of crime tended to return to England. Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
But
They
fast
some low,
forward, huh?
they're very low life people. They're just like the scum of the earth.
But peep game though, right? So descendants of these right here, because they didn't have a market for criminal conduct during those times, right?
Mm-hmm.
They rather go back to where they came from. But fast forward in comparison to now, oh, they can get away with all types of crimes. I mean, smuggle fentanyl, mass murder people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the list goes on.
Well, because their ancestors had to set it up so that they could be criminals over here.
That's right.
That is a fraudulent system. It's all crime.
These are the facts. Oh, the disease climates in subtropical colonies remain relatively lethal to European migrants and their descendants. So once again, that includes both quote unquote black and quote unquote white foreign species. Continuing here, let me check this part. Let me see. And their descendants, but mortality, life expectancy, nutritional, and height data all point to the conclusion that during the 18th century, the promise of America expanded for Europeans as it was increasingly denied to Africans. So this is reinforcing the fact that Africans wasn't coming over here. It wasn't bringing them over here. The so-called Africans was being brought from Europe. Those Moors, known as Moriscos and Moranos.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they don't want to talk about. Who have these as ancestors, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, the next time I ask a Moor what type of Moor they is, right? I think I'm going to call them the Australopithecus Moor. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call them an Astrala. Hold on.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one are you reading? The one in the right corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one right there. That one right there.
Right there.
Like, what kind of Moor are you? Let me guess, you're an Australopithecus Moor. They're like, yes, brother. Like, God damn it, this motherfucker crazy.
That's what I was about to say. Watch them say, yeah. That's where'd you get that from? Yeah, that's what I am.
Hey, this is our dangerous, man.
Well, these ain't our people, so.
God damn.
We the cosmic beings. Not the monkey people.
Oh no, I think the right column got the illest of them all though, yo. The right right column is nasty. Yo, the whole right column looks crazy.
I want to look like somebody I've seen on YouTube, on TikTok. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna just leave that to myself.
Man, this shit is crazy, yo.
They resemble some Moors I've seen.
Seriously.
They resemble some more, I'm saying.
Man, and so the descendants, once again, the descendants of them was engaged in everything we're reading in this book right here.
Mm-hmm.
They were exiled. Yeah, an Australopithecus Moor. Fuck it. That's they said they've been here forever. They done did everything everywhere. So they claiming this too. They have to be. You can't have one without the other. And then when you factor in this map, I mean, I wish some more would try to say that this map doesn't apply to them. But hold on, buddy. You said that you travel the 7 seas. Y'all don't wreck ships. They got no stories of shipwrecks, but meanwhile, I got stories of them shipwrecking, right? Hold on, let me find that map again. Where's that map at? Where did that map go? I just had it up here. What? There it is right there. Yeah, come on. They have to accept the fact, like all of this is their world. And then they come over here shipwrecking? What? I mean, they have elaborate stories of them being on their little boats and they're kidnapping people along all of these coasts, all the coastal lines. They kidnapping, they're robbing, they're killing, they're doing it all. Like these are facts. This is historical fact. They crossbred with all of these species on this list here, and then we gotta find a book that's describing what happened in the goddamn 18th century, like what was brought over here. The various crimes, the asylum for mankind. Absolutely, this is your mankind. This is it. And they want us to accept their identity, their heritage as our own. All life began in Africa. No, the fuck it didn't. You got all these different species, a whole list of species. Oh shit, that look like mugshots. Seriously, this is outrageous. Looks like mugshots. Yeah, that's fucked up. Yo, these
Look at Heidelbergenist.
Huh?
Heidelbergenist. Look at him.
Yeah, look at that one, yo. Like, come on. That looked like Rick Kittles a little bit. Like minus the beard. That looked like Ricky.
Oh my goodness.
Matter of fact, hold on. I think one of them, hold on, which one looks like the dude Henry Louis Gates? Hold on. One of them look like I want to say that one on the left. He just needs some glasses. Hold on. Yo, bet that. Yo, hold on. Let me look that up. Henry Louis Gates. Hold on. Yo, real talk. That looked like Henry Louis Gates. Yo, hold on. That's crazy. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture where he's showing some teeth. Yo, hold up. We need a picture of him showing teeth, man. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. That's one with him showing a little bit of teeth. Hold on. Here we go. Yo, this is crazy. Hold on. Man. Hold up. Yo, stop. Nah, yo, the Australopithecus africanus, yo, all it needs is some glasses, man. All it needs some glasses and a shape up, yo. And I think we have a biological ancestor.
That's
and
crazy.
Rick be making this shit up neither.
That's crazy.
Yo, there's a resemblance, yo.
I can't.
There is a resemblance. I see it in the eyes, the nose bridge, the cheeks. You know what I mean? It just 30,000 years later, and this is what he looks like today. Hey, I'm telling you, man, leave them DNA people alone, man. They're not good for your health, man. The Chinese find all the data. You know what I mean? They lying to you. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, these characters are the real subspecies, man. I'm telling you, they are the subspecies.
Definitely are. They are the descendants.
Huh?
They are the descendants
of criminals. Like, I mean, just to think, yo, like these species became like they they made laws for these things. I can see why the Catholics had to do what they did. It makes sense. Like, we got to get these things a God. God damn. Like, they need a God. We got to give them something to believe in. And mind you, y'all, I didn't make this up. I didn't do that. This is the Smithsonian right here. Humanorigins.smithsonian.edu. Evidence. You can click on, let's look at homonology. What that is. Look. Where lives South Africa?
Oh, South Africa.
Huh?
I'm just reading where it lived at. South Africa.
Yep. 335,000 to 236,000 years ago. And it crossbred with all those other species. Real shit. It crossbred with all those other species over there. Like, these is facts. I showed y'all this document earlier. Let me show it to you again. Hold on, where that's at. Where that document at? Hold on. Here. No, that's not it. My bad. Hold on. There it is right there. Ancient humans were mixing it up. Look. Let me drop that link again.
He said they was mixing it up.
It was mixing it up. Facts. Pure facts. I ain't making none of this up. I didn't write none of this. I'm just identifying the facts for my American people so we will prevent these foreigners from playing with us. When they talk about you need to do a DNA test. Nah, motherfucker. You need to do a DNA test.
A Homo Heidelbergensis or a Homo naledi or Habilis.
Yeah,
One of them.
Like, that's what I'm about to yo. Next one of these Pan Africans or any of them Native Americans try to say some stupid shit to me. I'm like, what kind of homo are you? Straight like that. Like, what kind?
Start asking these people. I'm gonna start asking them.
Not for real. I mean, we have to.
Start asking them.
You know, it might be crazy if they actually tell you. like I'm a homo. Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'm a homo for parenthesis. You like, yo, what? You really know that shit? Like, you really know you're a homo for parenthesis?
Click on the Kenyan one real quick.
Hold on, yeah, you pull that up. Hold on, what is that? There you go, right there.
There you go, right there.
Kenyanthropus platyops. All right, what that say? Look at that. 3.5 million years ago.
West Turkana and Kenya.
Yeah.
I know some people from Kenya. I'm gonna be like, I seen your ancestors.
Real shit.
I seen a picture of your ancestors.
These is facts. Look. Inhabited Africa at the same time as Lucy species. Lucy species was the Australopithecus afarensis and could represent a closer branch to modern humans than Lucy's on the evolutionary tree. Ain't that some shit? Man, I'm telling you, man. Yo, man. Hey, anybody got problems with information, take it up with the Smithsonian.
Yep. Take it up with them.
Take it up with them. And while you taking it up with them, go back to wherever the fuck you come from, man, because we don't need none of this shit over here. Y'all wasn't invited, man. Straight like that, man. We don't need none of this crazy shit. Come on, man. This is outrageous. Like, I can't believe this shit, yo. Like, see, I ain't got real shit, yo. I ain't got the time to be getting, like, it's too many of them, yo. And then we talk about the subspecies variants of them. Like, we're being actively invaded by the descendants of, hold on, how many of this? Okay, so, and this is not even a complete list either, by the way. This is not a complete list. This list is
many of them.
Yeah, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It's 18 that they're showing here. I have a list that I didn't even make it to a PDF for this discussion tonight, but this PDF covers well over 20 types. And then these are specific species. We're not even talking about the variations of them after they mix. What happens with a Homo neanderthalensis mixes with a Homo rudolfensis? What does that become? Homo Neanderthalensis, Rudolphus. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Like, come on, what is it? And then what happens if you mix with the Homo Melody and shit, and then the Heidelbergensis and then the Habilis? I mean, come on. This is what's been. Oh, and that's what I wanted to get into. Oh man, I'm glad we on the subject. Hold on, I got something for y'all. Hold on. Where that thing at? Hold on, I got something for you.
Much.
Yo, y'all heard of Las Costas, right?
Las Costas?
Yeah.
No.
Check this out.
I don't remember.
Check it. Matter of fact, I just run a Google search. That's what I can do. Las Costas. Check this out. So this is the Spanish caste system. That's what it means, Las Costas, right?
Okay.
So here we go right here. Let's pull up this image here. Yep, they got a big one right there. Check this out. So now.
Oh yeah, I've seen this before, yep.
So it's saying Spanish con India. And so they're saying that when a Spanish individual mixes with a Indian, India means American Indian female, right? They make a mestizo. And so while we're looking at these scientific terminologies over here, right? These are the updated terminologies where we have mestizo, castizo, Espanol, where a castizo and a Espanola get together, they make a Espanol, right? Spanish, if you will, right? And then the Espanol con Mora, okay? The Mora is the Moorish female right there we see on the far right. That's a Mora. And together they make a mulatto. They had a son together right there. That's a mulatto, right? Continuing down the list. A mulatto and Espanola, they have a Morisco. All right? Morisco con Espanola, they make a Chino. A Chino con India make a Sata Atras. A Sata Atras con Mulata makes a Lobo. I didn't make this up. But this is real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, our American people are supposed to be beneath them. This is just one aspect of the caste system. Let me show you the other one. Yeah, let me just show you caste system. Let me say Spanish caste system. Yeah, what is that? Spanish caste system, right? And so this is what they brought to the Americas. That's why they want us to be black, because black is at the bottom of the shit. Black is at the bottom. Check this out. Let me zoom in. So, Peninsulares, Spaniards born in Spain, they're at the top. All right. And primarily the pale skin ones at that. Okay. The Creoles born in New Spain, meaning the Spanish colonies in the Americas within this American continent, right? And they have Spanish parents from the Peninsulares. The Mestizos, born of Spanish and quote unquote Native American Indian parents. Then you have Native American Indians, quote unquote, and then beneath them, enslaved persons brought from Africa and the Caribbean at the very bottom. What's it look like with all these illegal immigrants coming through right now? What's it look like? I mean, like real shit. What does it look like? They are actively placing us at the bottom of their foreign invasive species society. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they're about to crossbreed and make a whole new species. Like I mean, what happens when a Hispano-Arab, all right? Have a Hispano-Arab that's a descendant of a like the whole truth and reality. They're a descendant of a Homo Heidelbergensis or whatever you call this shit, right? A Homo Nadeli, whatever you call that shit, right? Anyway, fast forward 1,000,000 years later, according to them, right? That motherfucker mixing with somebody from Afghanistan. Then you give him another 20 years and he mixes with somebody from goddamn Ukraine. So we got super Cro Magnons breeding with some super Neanderthals, mixed with some super Homo Habilises, and all these motherfuckers want human rights here. They don't want human rights where they come from. They want human rights here. They don't want human rights where they come from. I mean, how does that sound? Just like let me give you another example, right? So our American mothers and daughters, as American Indians from all of our American nations, right, always had rights. Always, right?
Right.
How is it foreign females, just like to this day, you got females from Saudi Arabia, right? That species. To this day, they don't have rights. You look at Hindustan females, don't have no rights. Them females to this day right now be burning themselves up alive in the streets. Their husband, their father, their brother, their cousin, their uncle, whoever can literally cut their heads off in the street and walk down the street holding a knife and their head. And it's lawful. But they come over here to gain women's rights, right? I'll go a little bit further. Check this shit. In those countries, specifically those Islamic countries, right? Public homosexuality, right? It's not allowed. It's not tolerated, right? Isn't it interesting that we have Muslims from those Islamic countries? They come over here just so they can practice homosexuality? Ain't that some shit? And at the same time they're doing this shit as invasive species, they are reducing our natural environment, the quality of our natural environment, our natural habitat, our ecosystem is being destroyed in all fucking levels. They're advertising their filth to our population. Our youth are being exposed to some shit that they was 100 years ago. We didn't have this type of exposure. You know what I mean?
Nope.
And once again, what are we reading? What's the other thing we're reading tonight? Asylum for Mankind. Ain't this some shit? Yeah. I gotta conclude because, like, you know, I just wanted to share this information with y'all. Empress Poma, Chief Poma, and the good peoples. You know, appreciate y'all joining. And once again, Chief Poma, she is involved in environmental justice. We need more of our people involved in environmental justice. Focused. Foreigners can't be involved in environmental justice. Why? Because it's not their environment.
Nope.
Let's be honest.
Exactly.
We have to be absolutely honest with ourselves and be honest with them, because at the end of the day, they are what they is as invasive species. I mean, let's get to talking about what really need to be fucking talked about out here. Because in my opinion, it's too much circus clown monkey shit going on. And what is the next 50 years going to look like? What is our American daughters and sons going to inherit? Because if we leave it to these foreigners, they're about to give everything to these fucking robots. That's what they're about to do.
Yeah. They gotta give it to them to give it back to us, so we gotta take it back.
Yeah, but I swear, Henry Louis Gates Jr., I swear he looked like this motherfucker over here, I need to put some glasses on his Australopithecus africanus. I need to put some glasses on that motherfucker, like, I swear, that motherfucker. And he just need a little better lighting, you know what I mean? And that looked like Henry. Good old Henry. Just good old motherfucking Henry, man. Goddamn. Designer fucking Homo habilises and shit. A million years later, they done ran them up. Anyway. Yeah. Appreciate y'all time and y'all presence. I need to eat some food.
Do it again.
Hey, I swear. Hey, If you see one of these motherfuckers, tell it. Hold on, where does this thing come from, man? If you see one of them, tell them to return. Look at that, Asia, Indonesia. Look at that shit.
Wait, the nickname is the Hobbit. The nickname is the Hobbit.
That's what I was about to say. What was it? Smeagol. Smeagol looking head ass. Oh.
I told you it was Asian. I told you it was Asian. It even said it.
Oh, man.
I told y'all. Asian. There you go. The Hobbit. Remember I said you pay now. You pay now.
Yo,
Hurry up and buy.
$2. Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. Just saying.
50,000 years ago. This around the time the linear Nabi supposedly came over here, right?
Maybe that's his grandmother.
Ain't that some
Maybe
shit?
that's his great grandma.
This is
And
crazy.
the original Siberian.
Oh, goodness. Man, hey, I know one thing, man. They better stop playing with our American people, man. Man, we about to give our youth a whole new season of wild out on everything, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all homos, stop putting y'all shame on us. This is not us. That's what that
fact.
is.
Like, yo, y'all evolved from disgrace. Y'all still disgraceful to this very goddamn day. They should be ashamed of themselves to be engaged in identity theft. They should be ashamed of themselves for abandoning their homelands and countries of origin and invested in lying to innocent populations. They should be ashamed of that shit.
Do you want better? They should be put on charge. Be charged. Put them up on charges.
Absolutely, all of that, man. But the things we need to get our people on point though.
Mm-hmm.
Like our people fucking want to like what you said earlier, Paul. Motherfuckers doing speed dating with the descendants of hold on. What this motherfucker? Hold on, what?
Speed dating in California. They speed dating.
They speed dating with the descendants of them.
With them, the descendants of them. Yep.
Yeah.
They're about to throw their whole genetic material down the trash.
The original incest.
This shit is disgusting, yo.
It is disgusting.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, and don't even let's not even get into the fact that they also crossbred with canines. We're not gonna deal with that tonight. We are not going to deal with that one tonight, huh?
Well, canine.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. They man,
they still mate with them.
Yeah,
they still mate with them. It's nothing for them.
Outrageous.
It's normal for them.
This shit is outrageous, yo. Like, anyway, like I said, I gotta go eat something, man. Like this shit is getting too deep. Oh, we hitting 3. I just said an hour and some change ago. I'm about to get off, yo. We killed another hour, like 30 minutes. Yo, that's crazy.
This is good.
Shit. Damn, see all that goddamn laughing at these motherfuckers, man. Killed time. That's crazy. God damn, we just what the fuck you call it? We just time traveled on these motherfuckers, man. God damn.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I swear.
But their ancestors brought them to the future. Back to the future. We just show who they are, who they was, and who they still are, and what they gonna be forever until they not here no more. This is who they are.
No,
it's just like what's that one movie? Oh my goodness, when he put the glasses on and he can see things the way it really is, and when he takes the glasses off, yeah, they live. This is like it's like they live. You know, we seeing the appearance of some beings, and it's really behind the scenes. This is who they are.
Oh my goodness! This is.
They just know how to shave and put makeup on now.
Hey y'all, like real talk, yo. So like I've been aware of this shit for a long time, but you know, I haven't spent this much time, you know what I mean, like actually staring at these motherfuckers, yo. So like I'm really looking at them, like really looking at them right now, and this shit is fucking with my head, yo, because like I didn't see motherfuckers that look like all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Like I want y'all to think about the mug shots. Like on your phones right now, right? pull up some recent mugshots and tell me if you see any mugshots that look like these motherfuckers minus that fur.
About to do it. About to do it.
This shit is sick, you know? And
About
that's
to.
considered a crimes. That's considered a crimes that these motherfuckers is getting catching time for. Because once again, asylum for mankind. We are looking at mankind. Mankind is humans, not natural man. Yo. And also, I need y'all. So I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Bible fan and none of that shit. But I'm about to take this computer back outside, right? So I can blow smoke because this shit really fucking with my head right now, right?
Tony, I'm about to send you something. Put this on the screen. Hold up. I'm gonna text it to you, buddy.
Yeah, you can put it in the back chat too, though.
Oh wait, I can't. Hold on.
Yeah, if you put it in the back chat, I can pull it up quicker. You know.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah. So peep game, yeah. So y'all familiar with the first book of the Bible called Genesis, right?
Yes.
In Genesis 1, it say God singular. I mentioned this before some months ago, like last year, and I mentioned it years prior, right? But if you pull out a Bible, or you go online and pull up the Bible, and you pull up Genesis 1, it's going to tell you God singular created man and woman in his image and likeness. He created he and she, him and her, and everything was good. I need y'all to keep that in mind, right? That's Genesis 1. Then you go to Genesis 2, and in Genesis 2, it says the Lord God in a particular region in Africa. Okay. See, I'm about to see this video about to get a little longer. God damn it. I don't like doing long videos because people don't really be watching them and shit. They be like, this video long as shit. You feel me? I try to keep them short, but goddamn, this shit is crazy. I got it. Yo, we this is a hell of a subject right now. Like, I'm about to show y'all some shit. Hold on. We breaking down mankind right now. Breaking down mankind and motherfucking humans. Because like I said, I don't fuck with that human shit. I don't fuck with it. I'm about to show y'all how Adam was motherfucking mankind. Let me show y'all some shit. Because you know, we got them weirdos want to be talking about woman came from man's rib and shit. Hold the fuck up. You talking about motherfuckers doing fucking transgender fucking surgery back then? That's what you telling me? You know what I'm saying? Real shit. That's real shit right there. Hey, you dropped that link that you was talking about?
I'll see.
Okay.
Hold on. I had to figure it out.
Let me pull up this joint. Let me pull up the Bible for y'all real quick. Once again, y'all, I'm not in the Bible stories and all of that, but on the subject of mankind and these Homo Habilis looking motherfuckers, let me show y'all some shit. We're gonna see Genesis 1. Let's pull this up real quick. Yeah, we're gonna go to this NIV. They got motherfucking KJV too. Yeah, they got King James version. And let's see what King James was talking about on this shit, right? Hold on, here we go. The King James version. All right, let's scroll down. Da. Where that part about man and woman? Okay, the cattle. Oh, look. Here we go. Look right there. Genesis motherfucker 26. Hold on, zoom in on that. Let's do that big. Hold on. What? Something clicking in the background. What's that? Who that is? Oh, that's you, Chief Pomad. Okay. Yeah, hold on. You got the link. Oh, yeah, you got the link right there. Hold on. What's that?
I try to make sure, but yeah, go ahead, do what you're doing. Look at these. What are these? What are these?
Hold on.
That's that Homo murderous.
I don't even know if it's one of them. It might be mixed with pig. It looked like he's mixed with a pig, though.
That motherfucker's been hybridized, yo. That's a hybrid.
Definitely a hybridized.
Homo murderous.
They're making them like that down in Florida, y'all. Be careful in Florida. That's what they making down there in Florida.
Yo, look at this motherfucker.
Oh. Wow.
Yo. I want to find some Negroes, though. I'm trying to find them Negroes, them real Negroes, you know, the official Negroes.
I had to show you that because it was hilarious. Look at that one with the long neck. Like, what are these things?
Giraffe. They mess with birds.
That's Disney
Motherfucker,
real.
if you see what's in the center of his neck, that look like another fucking species in his neck, yo.
So good.
You see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Looks
Men
like
in
fucking
Black.
eyes, nose.
He
Yo.
said Men in Black.
Oh my goodness, yo.
Okay, we can get back to the Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, look, these things is out here too. Whatever these are.
Hey, yo, look at this motherfucker.
Look at what?
Reptilian head ass.
Man, come on, yo.
Stop.
I'm telling you, y'all, like, yo, we don't know what the fuck they sent over here. Look at
Ooh, that's scary.
Come on, man.
I can't look at all of this for too long.
All right, so this we go get into this Genesis subject real quick, right?
Thank you.
So where we at? Hold on, let me. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's 2 right now. Let me go back to 1. Yes, 26. On 26, let me zoom in. So I need y'all to see this. Check this out. So it say here, right? And God said, remember, this said God singular. When you see God singular, you got to keep that in mind when you read this shit, right? It's key right there. So I'm gonna show y'all the difference. It says, and God said, and let us make man in our image. Who the fuck is our? Who the fuck is our? God didn't say in my image. This is an organization. He said, let us. This is plural. This is plural. This God is not alone. Okay? And let us, after our likeness. And then it says, and let them have dominion over. So let them, so hold on, let us make man, and then fast forward, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and all over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. Hold on. I thought it was our image. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, what's that about?
Over here it says our image, and now it's saying in his own image. So it went from our to own, meaning individual image. So in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. So that's the point I wanted to share with y'all. So species that was created, you have both a male and a female created. Together it was them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, continuing, and God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it. What do you mean replenish the earth? What the fuck do you mean replenish? When was the earth not plentiful? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This shit is crazy to me. And this is the shit they introduced to our people. Like, our Christmas stories actually are complete. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This shit is incomplete and got too many I got too many questions. And I'm not even done with the first chapter. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Now let's go to chapter 2 real quick. Hold on, where chapter 2? Let's go to chapter 2. Check this shit. Look. Here we go right here. So this is chapter 2, verse 7. See? Chapter 2, verse 7. Let's zoom in. Verse 7 right there. Look. It say, and the Lord God. Check this shit. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So how come the first pair, the male and female, what, they don't got no soul? Ain't that some shit?
It would appear no.
They don't got no soul.
They don't got no soul. Based off this one.
Huh? Oh, say that again?
Based off this logic, they wouldn't have had a soul. Because he's
exactly.
just now breathing life into this man, making him a living soul. When previously he made man and woman, and they didn't have a soul.
According to this, right?
Yeah, according to this. I mean, this is what it's reading.
Okay, make sure I'm not bugging and shit, right? And so continue it, right? That's giving you a location. It's a and a river went out from Eden to water the garden. So once again, no mention of a female here, right? No mention of a female. It's only this man that became a living soul. So could that man be these motherfuckers right here? Because according to this map over here, where that map at again? Let me show you this map again. Because this map, like the Bible describing a particular geographical location. I'm gonna run a search right now on that location too. Let me just pull up this map again. I just want to find this map. Where the fuck is the map at? Goddamn, where does map go? Oh, this is outrageous. Hold up, man. I know I got that map up. I'm bugging, yo. Hold up, man. Goddamn. There it is, right there. My bad. I got too many tabs open. Apologies. Hold up. Let's run it down over here real quick. It's now about to pull up the geographical location real quick. So it's saying here, all right. Dust of the ground, living soul, and the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden. And so once again, God singular versus Lord God being plural itself. So God singular said, let us make man in our image, meaning that there's a group. You got one group on one side that both that made that created this man and woman together, right? Then you have this other group, this Lord God, and now we have a description for this Lord God, this other organization. All right, it says planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Okay, so it's not saying that he created them; it said he formed them. It said this organization formed them. Hold on, these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created. So it's telling you two completely different things out this motherfucker. Yo, this shit is crazy. Hold on, where we at? Hold on. The river right here. Yeah, the first name, River Pison, right? Let's take a look. Let's look for this River Pison. Let me see if I can find this River Pison real quick. Where that's at? Pison River. Let's find that motherfucker real quick. Oh, they call it Pishon. The Pishon River. Not Pison, it's Pishon. So hold on, we got some maps over here. Check this out. Yeah, right here. Hold on. Big. Hold on. Let's see. This one bigger. Yeah, there we go right there. Yeah. Look at that. And this map is showing the whole biblical shit right there too. It's showing the whole biblical shit. Hold up. Let's pull that up. I bet that. You see, Euphrates River, Tigris River, the Pison, and the Gihon River, right? That's what it says right here in Genesis, right? Yep. So we got Pison or Pishon, the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is Bethlehem and the onyx stone, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia, right? Okay. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel, which goes towards the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. Okay, so now let's refer back to this map real quick. So we got Gihon, Euphrates, Tigris, and Hiddekel right there. All right. And so according to the Smithsonian, all these species, right? And I'm sure there was some other species as well, right? They all inhabited. Well, we know they inhabit, huh?
Did you see the Caucasus Mountains on that map?
Hell yeah. It's all right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just lost the map. Okay, I didn't lose the map. Okay, here's the map right here. Okay. Let me move this map over here before I lose it again. Okay, so anyway, let's zoom in on this map. Man, you cannot tell me right there in the center. That look. Check that out. Mm-hmm. That right there, the Euphrates, the Tigris, the Pison, the Gihon, all of that shit is right there. Yeah. Right there, goddamn center. Mm-hmm. You cannot tell me all that shit they wasn't fucking mixing when they was migrating back and forth.
Yeah.
Man, this shit crazy, yo. All these random ass species, motherfuckers looking like this. And they have the audacity to come over here and lie to our people and have our people arguing over some dumb shit. We're Hebrews. No, we're Moors. No, we're Christians. We should vote for Biden. No, we should vote for Trump. No, we should vote fucking independent. No, we should go for goddamn Kennedy. No, we should do this. And no, we should do that. No, how about this, motherfucker? Find out who the fuck you is and be what you is, man. And if you wait for me, get the fuck out of here and take all that monkey shit with you, man. Straight like that.
And it really is monkey shit. Look.
Literally.
It's literally monkey shit. That's not an insult.
It's the truth.
It's true.
Pure goddamn truth.
Get out of here.
Man, come on, yo. That's what, yeah, I just I had a couple of smoke on this shit, man. This shit is sick, yo. I mean, hold on. So hold on, right? You mean to tell me these motherfuckers is beefing, like their people are being killed in Palestine right fucking now by the same species? Like, them motherfuckers is all the same species, right?
Yep.
You have a species annihilating itself, whether the subspecies or the dominant subspecies, I don't fucking know. And you mean to tell me descendants of those same subspecies that's over here, they are talking about doing martyrdom here, blowing themselves up here, sacrificing themselves here, instead of doing that shit over there where the fuck they come from? Like, what kind of, yo, once again, asylum for mankind, yo, I'm telling you. When we have the right information, yo, when we have the right goddamn information, yo, they can't play with us, man. They cannot play with us when we deal with the right information. Asylum for goddamn mankind, that's some sick shit, yo. That's like our American people, right? Let's say some Choctaws, some Chickasaws, you know what I'm saying? Some Iroquois, some Mohawks, you know what I'm saying? Like some Miami, some Michigamias, some Kaskaskias, some Peorias. Let's say these motherfuckers decided to go to goddamn China and protest in China about what the fuck going on over here. What would that look like?
Clown shit.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not fucked up.
No. Plus, they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have it. They would kick us out of the land.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I wouldn't think they would.
Be like, y'all got to take that back over there.
I mean, then also let's consider what's going on in Africa right now, right? So African Americans are being kicked out of Africa. Yo, a couple of years ago, me and the dude Wild Indian, we did a presentation. Yeah. He set up a fucking debate with me and a Hebrew, right? It was me and Historyville versus these Hebrews, right? And so I had some work lined up for them Hebrews. I'm about to tear the fur, like literally. I'm about to fucking, man, they about to get it. Check this shit. So you had a group of them Hebrews back in the 1970s, right? And they was talking about returning to the motherland, Jerusalem and shit, right? And so en route to Jerusalem, right? You know, of course, in Chicago, they made a stop at Montgomery Ward, and they got themselves some tents and machetes and some more shit, and then some camping gear and shit, right? And so they caught the flight. Like, I guess Yahweh, Jehovah, you know, bought them some tickets and shit to go back to the homeland, right? Anyway, they get to Liberia, and they was camping in the woods. The Liberians said, yo, y'all niggas is filthy. Get the fuck out of here. So they chased them out the woods, and they ended up in goddamn Jerusalem, right? Once they got to Jerusalem, because they didn't want to convert to Judaism, the fake Jews, quote unquote, according to them niggas, yo, the fake Jews told them motherfuckers, hey, check this out. Since y'all don't want to convert to Judaism, y'all can sleep in a landfill over there. So them motherfuckers with their babies, right, was in the goddamn landfill. Babies is starving and dehydration and all types of crazy shit going on, right? Anyway, the fake Jews, quote unquote, said, hey, check this out. This is what you can do. If you join the IDF, okay, we'll let you in, right? So some of them was like, fuck that. They was desperate. They joined the IDF, you know, the Israeli Defense Force, right? And then check this crazy shit out. The fake Jews, quote unquote, of Israel, they say that's not really Israel, it's really Palestine, blah, 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 blah. They were so humane to these African Americans that they did their genealogy for them and said, yo, you are really American. You need to go back to America. We're going to contact the U.S. Embassy on your behalf and set you up so you can catch a flight back home. Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
This is documented. I'm going to have to pull that information up again. But these are the facts, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
These are the facts. And once again, that's why me, yo, when these motherfuckers we talk about the real Jews versus the fake Jews, the real Hebrews versus the fake Hebrews, well, when we break it down scientifically from an anthropological, fucking archaeological, goddamn ethnographical standpoint, right? And then we get geographical with this shit, right? Once again, they're all fucking related. I mean, look, this is a map.
Yep.
This is where all these species are from. None of these are American. None of this is American. None of it. I encourage y'all. Hey, if y'all find a Homo habilis, Australopithecus, a goddamn Kenyanthropus, Platyops, you know what I mean? According to these dates, right? Let's run these dates back real quick. So a Kenyanthropus Platyops, right? What does it say? How old was that shit? How old was it? Come on. Why this shit moving slow? What the fuck? Come on, click. Okay, that should act slow. All right, fuck it. We gonna do this one then. 335,000 years ago. That motherfucker was in South Africa. Hey, yo, show me its equivalent in South America or North America. Do me that. Since these motherfuckers so big on goddamn DNA tests and shit like that. Show me the motherfucking equivalent. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and you take the goddamn DNA test and prove that this is not your goddamn ancestor. Prove to me that this ain't your ancestor, since all life began in Africa, huh, motherfucker?
Right.
Yeah. I ain't trying to talk y'all head.
I just want to end on this. My comment is when they did the DNA testing of some animals, like I think they did an iguana and some other animal over there in Nigeria or some parts of Africa, it came back that the iguana had Nigerian DNA. So all I'm saying is, I mean, I know the DNA test is fake, the ancestry, DNA is fake, but I'm gonna hold them on that one, that they related to the animals over there. So they got the same DNA as the animals, and the animals got the same DNA as them because they're all the same.
Well, to that point, right? So what we do know about DNA testing, right? It's accurate as of the mother and father. So as a daughter or a son, it will connect you to your mother and father. So if it connected a goddamn iguana to a Nigerian, that's some interesting shit.
Yeah, that's Nigerian.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure as always. I gotta eat.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yo, I think so somebody said 1 more hour. I think we did another hour. I don't know.
Yeah, we did. From the time you said it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
It's so good. Yo, it's been a pleasure, y'all. Hey, check out all the links that was dropped. You know what I mean? Straight pure information right there. Inform your people, have conversations, decide if y'all are subspecies or not, determine if y'all going to support the subspecies or not, if you're going to let these subspecies to continue being invasive species or not. I mean, we got to have some serious conversations, man, like throughout our communities and territories. This shit's out of fucking hand right now.
It is. It's out of hand.
But yo, Chief Pilma,
information, Tony. We appreciate everything that you do for the people.
Oh yeah, it's so good, man. Looking forward to doing more. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot to do out here. But yeah, y'all have a great evening. And I gotta figure out where we go. Oh, you know what? Next up though, we gotta break down some more of that this technology dealing with the DNA. Let's tie it into themselves and things of that nature, because they cashing out on our people, They cashing out, exploiting, and we got some serious work to do. So yeah, I'm gonna get into that next one. Yeah, I mean, Pacho, once again, thank you, and y'all have a great evening. All right.
All right.
Thank you. I'm grateful. And like Alec E. Wholeness.
Y'all, wholeness.
Absolutely. Y'all be good.